Welcome to the Bridging Generation Podcast. I'm your host, Malak Arif, and today I have a very special treat for y'all. My next guest hails from the West Coast, representing Fresno, California. Came on the scene back in 2000 with this group, Cali Agents, releasing the project, How the West Was Won. Throughout the years, he's carved out a very successful solo career with albums such as The Golden Buddha, Nautica Niggas, Initials on My Jewelry, Black Belt Theater, working alongside artists such as The Alchemist, P Rock, Freddie Gibbs, Talib Kweli. The list goes on and on. His intricate lyricism, his style, his flavor, his love for the culture has made him a household favorite for those who love real hip hop. So with all that said, it is an honor and it's a privilege to introduce to the BTG podcast the one, the only, Planet Asia. Let's go. First of all, brother, man, it's an honor to have you on the platform, man. I've been a long time fan, man. This is
like, Nautica down.
I had to go in the stash, man. I had to break it out. I had to break it out, man. So look, brother, you ready to rock and roll, brother? I hope you got a little time.
Yeah, I'm ready. I just woke up. You know what's crazy? Hey, look, check this out.
What's that? Oh shit! Yeah. I know what time it is, man. I know what time it is, man. I pull this out. This is a special occasion right here, man.
I'm in San Francisco right now. It's kind of cold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always want to know, man. Like on when in the wintertime, because we got winters and shit, man. And y'all don't have it. So how is that shit, man?
That. I don't know where y'all get that. We don't have that at. Y'all we don't have that shit. Yeah, y'all tripping. Everybody I know that came from New York to even LA this year was cold and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah. All right, well, let's look to the Bridging the Generation podcast, man. I'm your host, Malak Arif, man, where we are bridging R&B, hip hop, and jazz, man, from the past, present, and the future. And today, I have a very special guest, man. I know y'all get tired of hearing me say that, man, but you know how we do, man. It's another legend on the screen, man. We talk about the one and only Planet Asia, man. How's it going, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. G, my bad, man, because I forgot you was on the East Coast, and you said 8. I thought I was thinking here. I wasn't looking at the Eastern time. Yeah, man, I'm in San Francisco working and recording. This is the studio where I did Golden Buddha.
Oh, that was my shit. A couple of years ago with the came out around the same time the AsiaMusic project came out. That was that, man. We about to get into all that, man. I can't tackle every project, man, because your catalog is nuts. We be here for like weeks and weeks on end. But I want to focus on like it's 5 albums, man, that I want to center this interview around, man. So first of all, man, how's everything holding up, man, with the COVID and all that shit going on, man? How you maintaining, King?
Oh, I'm straight now. I had it over I had COVID during Christmas vacation. Coming into New Year, yeah. But it was light for me. It wasn't really like a strong case of it. I was just a little fatigued. Shit. Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But I'm back.
Yeah, you back.
So this I don't have no after effects either. Like I don't know. Yeah. I don't have no after lung crazy things and none of that. Everything is.
What was the symptoms? What symptoms you had?
I was just fatigued, tired.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was just tired. I didn't have like no cold or nothing. It was just fatigue and you get a little dizzy, you know.
Yeah.
You gotta
they had to
down.
do they had to do they did the Q-tip thing up in the nose and all that bullshit.
Nah,
they don't
do it up the nose. They do a swab.
Okay.
It's a mouth swab.
Yeah, they did. I had to do the nose jump, man. That shit painful as a motherfucker. Man, nah, I wanted, my fiance had that shit, so I'm laying up with her like every night and whatever. So I'm like, man, let me see if I got that shit. But they went ahead and did that shit with me. I'm asymptomatic.
Right.
Come to find out, like me and my daughter. Right. I got a 9-year-old daughter, so that shit just like bypassed us and shit, man. Right. So I'm fortunate, man.
How's your wife? She good?
Yeah. She had her shit was bad, but she good now. Yeah, I'm talking about the symptoms. She still can't smell.
What?
She still can't smell. Yeah, she had this shit back in. We talk about the beginning of December. Still can't smell.
Damn.
Yeah, I know. This like shit real. Still can't smell. She told me her motherfucking smelling is probably about 20% right now.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah,
man.
she gotta be like up on you, like super close to you.
She don't eat spicy food?
Nah, she don't fuck with spicy food or nothing.
She should probably just try some spicy food just to kind of like wake her palate up. You know what I'm saying? Not no artificial spice though. It got to be like a pepper or something. Tell her to bite one of those, and it'll open her palate up if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and drink a lot of water.
Okay, I made some jerk chicken like what was it? Probably like maybe 2 or 3 days ago, man. So you know, what I mean, it seemed like when I made that shit, it seemed like that's when she started talking. That's when she started talking. Yeah, that's when she started talking this 20% shit because she wasn't talking about none of that shit prior to that, man. Yeah, so I'm like,
that's right. Tell you, that's right. Got that the nostrils open. You feel me?
Hell yeah, I'm about to throw some motherfucking jalapenos. That real shit. I got it that real shit, man. So look, hey man, before we started this interview, man, I was listening to this joint, man, to take it higher, man. Like, hey brother, man, I need one of those, man, again, bro. Yo, you got so much shit, man. I need enough. Yo, that shit just crept into my top 5 Asia songs, man. Like, brother, I need one of those, man.
That's one of my favorites too, man. I wish I could. I don't like to talk about people, but yeah, we would have to just, I would have to get I would have to find somebody that got that element. That's all. Sometimes talent don't come with being normal, if you know what I mean.
Nah, I get it, man. Who is the female? I can't pronounce her name, man. That's singing on the hook, man. She's blowing on that.
AsiaMusic. I don't even know where she at now. I mean, some people can be, I don't know, can get into their own head.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah.
I got you.
This is like
that's my I love that project, man. That song, I can't get that shit out of my head. Yeah, she was singing her ass off. I'm like, man, how come Asia don't do more of these type joints, man? Yo, I'm not listen. I'm not saying I don't because I love your shit. First of all,
I know. I got that element right there. That was grown right there.
Yeah, man, that shit just put me in another place, especially in wintertime right now. And it's all depressing and all the shit that's going on right now. To me, that shit is like the modern day summertime joint right there.
For real, man. For real.
You know what I'm saying? So look, man, I want to go from the beginning, brother. Where exactly are you from, man?
I'm originally from Fresno, California. That's the Central Valley of California.
Okay. Cause so Fresno, is that actually considered like the Bay Area?
Nope, it's the Central Valley. It's considered Central Valley, not the Bay Area.
How far is that from like Oakland? And
we 2.5 hours away from here.
Shit.
Yeah. And we 3 hours away. 3 hours away from LA.
Okay, so the crazy thing about it, man, like when I first heard you, man, I was like, I heard you on Yuck Mouse project, man. This is around the first time I heard the Cali Agents project. You was on like one of them early Yup. It wasn't them. I think it was back in 2004.
United States Ghetto.
Yeah, I think part 2, where he had the Gucci shit on. That's when I first heard you on that shit. Yeah. And I heard the second Cali Asians project at the time. That was the first Cali.
Oh, that was the first time you had heard Cali Asians?
Yeah, that was. I was late. I'm 4 years late.
Oh, okay.
I didn't.
How old are you, man?
I'm 40.
Oh, so you was late.
Yeah, I was late. I had to go back though. I had to go back
So you gotta understand. The album came out in 2000. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't really nobody over here doing that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That was like some EPMD for that time. It was like some EPMD for that time, like the West Coast EPMD for that time. So that's way pre this Planet Asia that you see. You know what I'm saying? It's different variations of Planet Asia throughout my career and how I evolved into what I am now. You know?
Yeah, your voice.
Yeah. Even the voice. My voice was way higher back then. It was just different. I was in a different state of mind of how I even looked at music and what I wanted to be perceived as, I guess. But yeah, it just kept evolving over the time. Yeah.
Nah, that was my like I said, man. When I heard your voice, seemed like on that second project.
You said the second Cali. Which Cali Agents was that though?
Head of State.
Oh damn! Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's the second joint. That's the second. So I got like. Go ahead.
You know who engineered and mixed that album?
Nah, I don't know. I know it only had like 9-10 songs on it though.
Person that runs Empire Distribution, Ghazi, mixed. And he recorded us on that album. Shout out to Ghazi. Ghazi is a 100 millionaire now.
He's a legend now.
Yeah, he runs Empire. You know what I mean? He was our engineer on that album.
Damn. So Ghazi, he from out that way?
Yeah, he from San Francisco. Rasco's from the Bay Area. I met Rasco when he was in college. You know what I'm saying? I was just coming out of junior high, and I think I was older. Grade. He was at Fresno State.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I knew his. Talk about that, man. Tell me. I want to, before we get into that, man. Like I want to know, like, what was some of your earliest influences, man? Because again, man, you're a very distinctive MC. You know, one thing about you, man, you have a very distinctive style. You have a very distinctive flavor. You have a very distinctive voice, man. And it always stood out to me, even before the you know what we see now, man. Like listening to you on the first Cali Agents project. Right. But I want to talk about what led up to that, man. How did it all start, man? Go back to go back in the day.
True, man. Like 86 is when I saw hip hop live. My first hip hop concert was in 86. You know what I'm saying? I didn't necessarily want to be a rapper yet, nothing like that. I was in love with hip hop and the whole culture of it, you know, whether it was graffiti, breakdancing, whatever. So that's 86. Around 88 is when I probably wrote my first rhyme, you know what I'm saying? Around, you know, that whole Kane era. But like, you know, LL, Run DMC, Fat Boys, Houdini, all that was like a part of the regiment growing up. You know what I'm saying? You know, and even, I mean, really all around the board, everything from 2 Live Crew to MC Shy-D, whatever we can get our hands on, because hip hop was it was still new for us. You know what I mean? And so you didn't really have a programming of what people are listening to, whereas today people are being they don't even know it, but they're being programmed what to listen to. Whereas when I was coming up, hip hop wasn't even considered yet to be on the radio. So whatever hip hop you would find on the radio was like, wow. But the tapes that you would listen to was you going into a record store and just going on a hunch off a record album cover and be like, I'm gonna try this out. Let me see what this sound like. Boom. Whereas now you know, years, you know, in late 90s, they started having like listening booths, which I thought was weird. They started having listening booths where you can hear the album before you buy it. And
you didn't like that?
Like, that was kind of the beginning of the end. Nah, because you killing the mystique and you killing the art form of the person going out and finding something on their own and having a special moment with it. You know, it's certain projects I might have bought back in the day that only came out, you know, with one. It might have been an artist that only came out with one album back in the day, and you might have been the one to find that one. You know what I'm saying? And it's a different feeling when everybody get to hit that listening booth was kind of like the first beginning of like stream
iTunes.
Like a stream.
Yeah,
you know.
I remember Andre 3000. He was talking about that. He was saying, you know, this is back around 2002, and he was saying, man, this is going to be the beginning of the end as far as, you know, artists being able to hold on to their craft and as far as being able to galvanize the listeners and shit like that. So I feel what you're saying. Yeah,
it's like, you know, that's why we, you know, if you don't really know how to, if you don't have the, like, everybody's not a fanatic about making music. So
explain.
You have to be good and in this era, you have to be good and a fanatic of recording and working. Whereas, you know, when I was coming up, you can, you know, build this big superhuman album and, you know, release it every like 2 or 3 years, and people will wait on it because they know what they was getting and whatnot. Whereas, you know,
I agree.
You get all this microwave music, and it's like people become like unhealthy food eaters, where you just only want the fast food now. You don't even know what real food tastes like anymore. Like real food tastes like, oh man, because you got real food, you gotta bake it, you gotta marinate it, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? And so
like cotton candy, it's like cotton candy.
Yeah, so as an artist that wants to thrive, you gotta still know how to make baked food and quantities of baked real food. You know what I'm saying? So that the difference between me and somebody else would be like, I can do what it takes, what it would have took us back in the day, a whole year, or, you know, or half a year to do.
Right.
Whereas now today I can do that shit, and I don't know if I can cuss, but
you can.
Okay. I can do that. I could do that in like a week or two now. You know what I mean? Everything that used to take so long back in the day, we can really do it in a month if we wanted to. But even the Golden Buddha wasn't made like that. The Golden Buddha, it took 4 years to make that album sound.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, that was a 4-year process. That's why the album sounds like that. Because we did it and then we did it again.
Yeah. And we put it out as Bodhidharma.
Yeah.
The uncuts.
And the uncuts is Bodhidharma.
Damn. So how long did it take to do the Nautica niggas around a little bit earlier? What was that? 2016, 2017?
I think so. Yeah.
The samples on that Nautica album, right? That's ones that I was digging up for Golden Buddha at the time.
Right.
The vocal of Gods of Northern Africa, right?
Oh yeah.
That book, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy, and that's the thing about you, man, that stands out. And I appreciate you saying that, man, because I feel like you're one of those unique artists, man, like a unicorn as far as being able to give us quality in quantity.
Right.
And you know, with me saying that, do you ever feel like the pressure, man? Like, you know, like, man, how can I keep living up to this high standard that I set for myself, man? Because you never, personally, man, it seemed like I can never look at a project from Asia and be like, nah, he ain't come with it on this one. I can never say that.
You know, it's the influences, and it's the not losing the inner child, the inner child part. It's a business, and then you gotta eat and you gotta live. But if you only thinking about that, you won't enjoy the process. And it's you have to love the process more than the finished product. You know what I'm saying? The process. The process is more of a thing for me, because y'all don't get to see me when I'm doing that. And you know, I love it's two things I love: the process and the performance. Right.
Right.
But the process is something different because you don't even know what I don't even know what I'm about to do when I'm doing it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So when it's done, sometimes and sometimes I've done songs where I might have not really felt a way about them when I first make it, and then time will go by and it'll fit the time a year or two later. So that's why a lot of music that people hear from me is not like just made music. I make a lot of music.
You do.
Only recently albums have been coming out that I've made, in that time frame. Like Trust the Chain with 38 Special.
That was my shit. I had that in my top 10 last year. That was in my top 10.
I wrote and recorded Anchovies in 1 week, just 7 days. I did the whole Anchovies. What else?
Anchovies was a little shorter. That was a shorter project though. That was only like 8 songs on that.
No. Anchovies is 13 records.
Oh, my bad. It wasn't. Yeah, my bad. Because you got like 3 joints with Apollo Brown.
Huh?
You got like 3 joints with Apollo Brown. You right.
No, just one album. I only got one album with Apollo Brown.
Okay, my bad.
That's Anchovies. Mansa Musa, those songs was years old already. Those are songs that were supposed to be on. Matter of fact, Mansa Musa, a lot of those songs are just like different songs for different albums that I had put together for Cleopatra. Those wasn't new, you know what I mean? So I recorded enough songs. Sometimes when I'm doing an album, I could grab a song from 4, 5, 6, 7 years ago. For instance, that Bodhi Dharma album EP I just put out. Somebody was hitting me today about Eat the Babies and whatnot. We did that. It's like 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's damn near like 8 years.
That was one of the.
But that's the thing.
That was one of the first songs we did for Golden Buddha. You know what I mean?
That's the thing about your music, man. It's so timeless because I'm just listening to, I was listening to Black Belt Theater a couple of weeks ago. And if you think back in 2012 and if you think back how the music sounded back then and how it sounded now, your shit holds up. Like your shit didn't sound like 2012.
No. Because
it sound like 2000, it sound like 2021.
That's that inner child shit because it's like I don't care. I never cared about the status quo or whatever. Like I was going to do what I thought is dope because that's hip hop. The artists that I grew up on didn't give a fuck about what we thought.
Yeah.
If they gave a fuck, we wouldn't have got what we got growing up. Everybody would have sounded like fucking Melly Mel or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Or Curtis Blow. That's because they came before us. Niggas would have been sounding like Cold Crush Brothers. You know what I'm saying? That was for that time. It had to keep going. So, I don't think Das Effects gave a fuck when they did Diggity Baggity, and it was, I think
they gave a fuck with
care. They had to be bugging out with each other and being like, yo, this shit is dope. Like, we gonna go out on that. It might work, it might not work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just think about that though. Like that type of style. Yeah. Or even early Busta Rhymes, you had to have some kind of like not care to like nobody did that shit before. You know what I'm saying? So you had to be everybody had their thing and you had to kind of like take that chance. You had to take chances back in the day. You know what I'm saying? And that's what that's what real hip hop really is about. Even if you don't like it, even if you don't like a certain record or a certain artist.
Yeah.
If they're being them, you kind of have a subconscious of respect for him. Like, I don't fuck with him, but when his music drops, I know that it's him.
Right.
I don't like that shit. Yeah. I don't like it, but every time I hear it, guess what usually happens? It grows on you.
It does.
Originality always grows on you.
It does. And I come from that era, man. Like, that's the reason why I appreciate what you do, man, because down from your voice, you have a very distinctive tone of voice. When I hear Asia, I don't give a fuck what you could be reading or rapping the motherfucking phone book. Right. I know that's Asian.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know what I'm saying, the Chinese food menu. Oh, that's Asian.
You used to say that at school. I used to be reading. They'd be like, "Why I sound like you rapping?" Well, even when you read fucking Shakespeare, it sound like you rapping.
That's real shit, though.
Jason and the Argonaut.
That's real shit. I'm big on original, and like you were just saying, man, like, you know, there's artists, man, like I may not care for that type of music, but his distinctiveness and originality in that lane allows me to, like, I'm gonna throw an example out, and I hate to even use that term, what they call guilty pleasure, but like Young Dolph.
Right.
I don't like that type of music, but I like him.
He does it good. And
he does it good.
Yeah.
Because he has the humor, he has the voice.
Fire.
He's not the most lyrical, and I'm not big on that, but he has originality and he has personality, he has wit.
Yeah, it's an aura. It's an aura to it. And him, NBA YoungBoy got that shit. You know,
he got that shit.
Got it. At first, I didn't understand it, but when I listen, I'm like, his harmonies is crazy.
They ridiculous.
As wild as he might be in his, regular life, when he get in that booth, he's like a real singer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And of course, the baby be killing shit.
Exactly.
He be spitting his ass off. I'm like, yo, that shit ain't, because I'm an MC. I'm like, yo, that shit ain't easy what he doing. Like,
it's not.
He's grimy. That's not easy, bro. So I was, like you said, I don't necessarily listen to that type of rap a lot, but it's certain dudes that you can tell that that's really who they are, and it's like they're not trying. They would have did that style whether it blew up or not.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what I appreciate about the shit. Whereas somebody that just sounds like I'm just doing what everybody else doing, like, you know, the auto tune singing, like 1,000 dudes auto tune singing, like, I mean, if you know,
I don't get it.
What's the name was nice because he can really sing. Rest in peace with Mo3.
Yeah, he was dope.
I didn't get into him till after he passed. I had never heard of him before.
Same here. I ain't gonna lie. Same here.
I've seen clips of him with no auto tune, just singing. Blow. I was like, you know what I'm saying? So I think certain dudes are they supersede the regular cats because they have natural talent. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I think any style of music. That's why I'm not as biased as the average underground artist. You know what I mean? Because I can see.
I'm so glad you said that, man. Because a lot of people would think that, like, most of your fans, and me being one of them, but they think like Planet Asia is just boom bap, like boom bap all day, and it's like,
man, I'm only wearing this hat because my hair fucked up. This hat too small for me. This Izzy hat. And Hyro's my guys though. I love Hyro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. These my niggas though. Yeah. Hey, believe it or not, these are the most ghettoest niggas you know.
I like that hat though. That hat fly as shit.
Hieroglyphics, they don't just listen to backpack music.
Yeah.
Hyro, you're gonna be hearing a bunch of Too Short, some
Alcoholics too. Them too.
Bone Thugs and Harmony is A+ from Hyro's favorite group. Facts. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's just like, you know, like music is music, man. I think people need to say the same thing. Yeah, you know, you don't have to have a loop and be kicking esoteric rhymes for me to like your shit. That's what I do. No, Asia. Right. Hopefully you don't have to go through that.
Hey man, I hope y'all hear this, man. I hope y'all listening because again, there's other different subgenres in hip hop that we can enjoy, man.
Man.
I love boom bap, but I also love this other. You know, I love different type of hip hop. It's not just boom bap me to death.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, I like Busta, but I used to like, you know, Father MC. Like I ain't gonna.
You know what's crazy? I'm glad it's crazy you brought him up. When I first moved
I just interviewed him last night.
I know I seen that. When I first moved to LA, Father MC was on the same block as me. You know what I'm saying? I remember when I first met him and whatnot. As a matter of fact, the building that he lived in, I ended up moving in probably like 13 years later.
Okay.
Same block. Because I moved to South Central and I moved back to Hollywood. Same block that we was on. And those joints ended up being super luxury apartments. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay.
Everybody was living in them joints. Fucking Tom Cruise kid. I mean, it's Puerto Rico. Everybody was living in them shits. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, he was the first cat I met, man. And he was still like doing behind the scenes writing, ghost writing, I guess, and shit for people.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do some of that? You ghost write?
No, I won't ghost write.
You said you won't.
I won't. Certain people have asked me, and I turned it down. Nah, you can't. Because I don't know, man. I so much got the inner child in me. I don't want to hear nobody spit my raps.
I hear you.
That
makes sense.
Right?
I got it.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you want like that point? To me, it's like you want to be famous that bad. Fuck that. Nah, write your own shit. You ain't gonna get none of this science right here. This shit was, and you ain't gonna say it how I want you to say it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nah. And I don't know how to write, and I don't know how to write cornier. Like, some dudes might be like, okay, you want me to ghostwrite for you, but you kind of corny, and I don't really know how to corny it down a little bit. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna do that shit, man.
Well, speaking of songs, brother, you got like, I was watching the interview, man, and they mentioned, man, you got like over 12,000 songs, man.
1,200.
1,200.
I'll be there. Give me 2 more years, right?
Hey, Age. I was thinking before I asked that question, I was like, yo, is it 12,000 or 1,200 or 12,000? Yo, I hope I say it right. Yo, because I don't really have notes, man, because these interviews, I know the artist, man, so I don't really know for this.
Hey, that was, and I found that out years ago. So, I'm probably way over that. That was when I found that out, that was a while back. So, I know I'm at least another 300 after that. You know what I mean? And as far as like features,
oh God, stop it! Yo, your feature game is nuts.
Features is crazy.
Like how you? It seemed like you're like the emergency rapper in the glass, man. I need some shit. Yo, I need some fire, man. Like yo.
Oh, I know I get.
I know I can get.
He'll get me a buzz. I'm like the Rocket the Apollo. You know that Rocket the Apollo? Before they perform? You gotta throw that rock. That's me. It's either me. You either gonna get me. You either gonna get me. Here goes the dudes that I look at like that. It's funny. What can we name a title for that? Let's make a title for that, bro. The title for the artist is that you got to get that feature from at least one time. Because I remember, here go the artist. I feel like everybody gets a feature from, no matter if they gangster rapping, trap rap, whatever. They always go to these three. Me, you either gonna get me, Bun B, or Raekwon. It's Planet Asia, Bun B, or Raekwon. If you get either one, we will solidify your career.
You good. That's your stamp of approval.
Stamp of approval. You get Planet Asia, Bun B, or Raekwon. I'm trying to think. It's somebody else that do features like that. I feel like that's in that OG realm where people, everybody, E40 is kind of like that. E40 is like that for the West Coast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those other three, it seemed like it doesn't matter what region, man.
It don't matter what region. Too Short is kind of like that. He's in the upper echelons of that, though, because Too Short's not really reachable to all artists. You know what I'm saying? You got to be of a certain caliber. But I would say, just all around, me, Bun B, and Raekwon is like a given. You done heard Raekwon on from Freddie Gibbs to fucking Talib Kweli. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I mean,
same thing with Bun B. Like Bun B, he surprised the hell out of me
Bun B don't
when
rap
he did it.
Self-scientific. You know what I'm saying?
Man, he did a project, an entire project with Static Select. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So I
would have never thought that.
Yeah, so and that's a good thing. That's a good position to be in. I feel like you're kind of like an all around. You have an all around style. You could put us on any kind of beat, and we're not really that biased to everybody. Like a lot of artists, just like they don't fuck with everybody's music. It's not too much that I don't fuck with. If you just goofy though, I won't fuck with it. But for the most part, I don't really have time to really care about what I don't like.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's a bunch of shit I don't like. I would, you know how much time I would be wasting?
I'll be telling people that.
Much rap shit as it is, you know what I'm saying? I only got shit on the dope shit.
Yeah, like that's what gravitate, like in your world, and the niggas around you are dope. So you ain't got time to be worrying about the whack niggas, because in your world, they don't exist.
Yeah. I got cats like Hus Kingpin, Rosewood, Supreme Cerebral around me. Like, you know what I mean? Like those, everybody around me is ill,
That's facts. That's
all
facts.
I hear is ill music all day, every day, all day.
Now being that, man, with so much music coming out, do you ever feel like, like shit gets oversaturated? Like even releasing as many projects as a lot of cats do, man, because you one of those cats that's an exception to the rule, man. But it's a lot of music that comes out, and I feel like, maybe some of these cats should hold some of this shit.
They're not. Some dudes are not seasoned enough to be dropping the music that they're dropping. It's like,
talk about it.
They keep serving the same plate, and they haven't experimented with enough styles over and over to be able to drop an album with a different frequency to it, and to be able to have different cadences for different songs and know when to hold up and know when to go hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a method to everything. But some people are one-dimensional. And if you're gonna be one-dimensional, you might want to take more time on perfecting that one-dimensional style that you might have, so it could mutate into something else. Because if you keep doing the same thing over, same patterns, people going, you become that dull knife in the shed. People start looking for other things. Each one of my projects sound different. Like all of them sound different. And I make sure that, and that's a lot of that's dealing with the production, the beats that I choose. Like if you notice, there's no other song like the one you love, the one with AsiaMusic. And when I made that song, I knew I didn't have a song like that. You understand what I'm saying? So
I'm glad you said that, because I'm thinking, I hate to cut you off, but I just want to say this real quick. I'm thinking, like, is there another? Because I know I own your.
Believe it or not, it's hard. It's hard to come up with a joint like that. You'll know it when you hear it, but it's like sometimes. See, look, a lot of the dudes that I know that's in the same lane as me, they would have never chose that beat to rhyme to.
Hell nah.
You understand what I'm saying? They would have never. It's too fast. You know what I'm saying?
Too happy. Like,
you know what I mean?
But it's feel good record. Like,
feel good, and I knew that, and I knew it was going to be like that forever. And as a matter of fact, I think that record is going to be bigger in the future. I feel like people are going to keep catching on to that song, and I think like when I get real old, that song is going to be like, you know how some songs can just reoccur, and it's like, it get reintroduced, and it might be bigger in the future.
It seemed like your hardcore fans, and this is the thing, this is what we just alluded to earlier. A lot of times, man, your hardcore fans, man, I don't think they understand like you're more than just the artist that does this type of music. You're very diverse. You can switch it up. And a lot of times, a lot of the purists, I'll say hip hop purists, they don't like to really go outside of what they perceive as real hip hop. And I gotta, you gotta let these cats know, like me, we both in our 40s, so we know. We've seen it all as far as the great. We've seen it all, but a lot of the cats, they don't understand that hip hop has never been one dimensional, and that's all I'm saying.
Never. Like as left field or or underground as I might come off, I was a big MC Hammer fan. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
I like MC Hammer. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and I knew the difference though. You know, I knew the difference between a Rakim Kane and MC Hammer.
Yeah, of course.
It was, but it was a time and place for Hammer when, you know what I mean? So it was like, it was, he made the shit fun, man.
You can't tell me.
Be in kind of like this, you know what I mean? Like, we weren't always like this, my G, you know what I'm saying? All night. We're not doing that. We interacting with women. You know what I'm saying?
We like
and we're younger than the dudes that really own it like this. So far, I think anybody in their 40s, like, you know, early 40s, mid 40s like me, I feel like we probably the most well-rounded hip hop people. Man. We can kind of go from Wu-Tang to Mac Dre. You know what I'm saying? I can go from Wu-Tang to Mac Dre. I can go from, you know, fucking E40 to
Ultra Magnetic MCs.
I can go from E40 to Action Bronson.
Yeah, yeah. Like it's
it's not even a big deal for me. Like, you know, but the average person that might listen to E40 would be like, the fuck is this Action Bronson shit? Or the person that might be listening to Action Bronson would be like, I don't fuck with this E40. Yeah. Whereas a person like me, like, I have a different ear. It's like being bilingual. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, if you don't understand Spanish, you're not going to really have an appreciation for Spanish music like that, unless you just get to the beats. But if you really hear, you know, like Paisa music, if you know, I don't understand the words, but I people tell me what
it's
those
beautiful. It's beautiful. The singing is beautiful.
And it's drug dealer music, though.
Yeah.
A lot of those Spanish records are drug dealer. Those are like Rick Ross records, like, you know, biggest coke dealing cartel records. And so it's just like, if you don't understand it, then it's just gonna sound like doom, 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 to you. You know what I'm saying? So I can hear everything with a different air, man. I don't listen to everybody for the same reason. You know,
were you always like that?
Yeah, I got taught how to put my bars together originally by listening to Too Short a lot, because he slowed it down for me. So I was able to, like, okay, because when people think about Too Short, they only think about like the nasty raps, but he had a bunch of b-boy raps back in the day. So
the ghetto, that was
shit, party time, all kind of shit. Because like Life Is Too Short, one side was all nasty and the other side was straight up b-boy shit. And I kind of learned how to put my earlier bars together a little bit through just listening to the simplicity of Too Short. Like, okay, I can hear it clearer. Okay, now I know the difference. You know what I'm saying? And it's one thing about him, he always stayed in pocket, and like he would stay in his pocket. And I was like, okay. And that was like my first level of kind of like knowing the bars, like, okay, he's okay. You could say, here's just some shit like, now I'll tell you again, you could take away my beat, but don't touch my pen. I'm like, okay, that style is like b-boy style. You know what I'm saying? Right. And that's how I started gaining it. Then about time, I would say about time, the year that Follow the Leader came out is when I started.
88.
Yeah.
That's my shit. That's probably my favorite Rakim album and the greatest album cover of all time.
Period, man. Period.
That's the
so I started writing.
Arguably, but go ahead.
Yeah, I started writing rhymes around that time, and I kind of started patterning after Ra at that point to be able to rhyme faster. You know what I'm saying? Because he rhymed fast. So I was learning how to rhyme faster. So this is how my styles got built. Now, you know, I can rhyme the slow shit. I can rhyme fast. I don't really do the triple time thing, but I even mastered that. It was a time where I went a whole year rhyming double syllables. But when I was 12 and 13, I could do all that. The same way Twista was rhyming, I made sure I mastered that style. So
I was just about to say, I don't remember that. I was about to say, I don't remember playing the
I have songs where I'm rhyming like that I haven't released yet, where it's like people haven't heard me do that, but I know how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you've been in it this long, you master the styles. It's kind of like being a martial artist.
No doubt.
You know what I mean? I could do whatever. The only thing I can't do is fake an accent. You know what I'm saying? I don't do fake accents and whatnot. So I'll get on the South beat, but I'm not gonna try to talk like I'm from the South. You know what I mean? My dialect doesn't go that way. But for the most part, I can do anything though. I can get over any.
All right, so I want to go back a little bit, man. So like I said, the first time I remember listening to you, man, was on that Ghetto's America, the Yuck Mouth project, and then it was the head of state.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man. But you gotta look. But hold on,
man. What kind of car you drive, man? You got a muscle car or some shit, man?
I got a boat.
What you doing listening to United Ghettos, man?
Hey, yeah, hold on. Let me let you know this. Like, Yuck Mouth is my favorite. Is one of my favorite West Coast rappers. Let me tell you
this. Yuck Mouth is like the Cool G rap. He's like the Cool G rap of the West Coast to me.
I try to tell niggas.
He's like the Cool G rap of the West Coast. You know what I mean? I've been saying that. You know
the Aberration, that double disc project. What?
Godzilla?
Come on.
Godzilla was crazy. I bought that shit twice. You know yeah, he was going crazy with that album. Yeah, that to a boss and all that shit. Yeah.
So when I heard you on that shit, I was like, yo, who is this dude with this voice rhyming like this, man? So I go in, this when CDs was, still popular. So I go into Sam Goody and I see your shit in there. I see, Cali Asians. And I remember reading about y'all in like the Source magazine, but it ain't really stand out to me.
Right.
Because, I'm gonna be honest, man. When you young, your music.
You're more biased. I was more biased when I was young.
I was more biased. I was like, it didn't really stand out to me. But when I heard your voice, this is the thing. Once somebody get the opportunity to listen to an artist like you, they hook. And that's what it took for me. When I heard the voice, I said, okay, I'm in a music store and I hear the guys talking about Cali Agent. So I'm going there, I see the CD. And at this time, it was the Head of State project. So I went ahead and cop that. And he was like, yeah, you need to check out the first one. And I was like, I said, it's one before this? He was like, yeah. He was like, man, you need to hear this one. So I listened to the head. I'm like, yo, this shit is crazy.
Right.
This shit is nuts. Then I go back to the When the West Was Won. I'm like, yo, this shit is nuts. That was the first time I heard Mad Lib because again, I'm not gonna front and pretend like I was the biggest Mad Lib fan back in 2003. And now I am now at 40 plus, but in 2003 I wasn't. I know he had the Mad Villainy out.
Believe it or not, G, believe it or not, it's a lot of people today that's super Mad Lib fans that didn't know who Mad Lib was back then.
I did.
He wasn't like that wasn't like the known thing to know back. You had to be only like the underground cats really knew about me and Mad Lib and shit like that. So it was like, don't even feel bad because a lot of people didn't really like on the surface level didn't really get a ear to him to like the J-Lib album and shit like that.
That's what it started for me.
See what I'm saying?
Him and Jay Dilla.
I completely understand. See, a lot of people won't admit that, but I was there. I was with these dudes, so I seen the reaction, and I knew it was at these shows. You know what I mean?
I don't know why dudes like keep it a beam, man. Like it's okay.
Like I tell people, I wasn't a big Ultramagnetic MC fan when I was young. I didn't really like the shit. Everybody that was older than me was big Ultramagnetic MC fans, right? I didn't understand it yet. When I got older, I was like, oh shit. I was like, I get it. I was like, yo, these dudes was way ahead of their time. I was like, now all I do is watch fucking Ultramagnetic MC videos when I go to YouTube. I be trying to I be trying to check, like, okay, well, let me see if I can get some old dudes. You know what I'm saying? Them beats was crazy, bro.
Yeah, they was so.
He was so abstract. He was super abstract. Yo, they was rhyming some abstract shit. Back then,
in the 80s, what's that, 86, 87?
See, that shit was going over my head. You gotta think, I was 9, 10. That shit was going way over my head, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but everybody that's like 5, 6 years older than me, you couldn't tell them dudes. No, for reals. When I was like,
it was going over their heads too. They need to stop.
I'm talking about the older niggas. When I was 13 and 14, that shit was like Wu-Tang to everybody that was older than me, bro.
Okay.
Everybody that I know that listened to hip hop that was older than me, like 5, 6 years, like Saphir, Rasco, my man Montage is older than me. He like 50 because shit. He told me that Ultramagnetic came to his high school. He from LA. He said Ultramagnetic came to his high school when he was in high school. And you talk about a dude that went to school with Ice Cube. That's how old he is. Him, Ice Cube, and Dub C went to school together. And he was like, Ultramagnetic came to his high school. And I'm like, damn, if they was at your high school, I was still in elementary. Like,
I damn sure was in elementary.
For sure. I mean, come on, man. Ice Cube, come on. Niggas home, you know what I mean? So to us, you know what I mean?
Man, I was still listening to, you know, like I was still playing with G.I. Joes and Ninja Turtles and shit.
That's
you
me.
And LL, like
LL was God.
He was God to me.
Period.
He was God.
It went like this. Michael Jackson, LL Cool J.
Yeah, he was on another
I've been
level.
wanting to tell L that for so long, man. If I ever get it, I just want to tell LL Cool J.
You never met him?
LL, man. Never. He invited me to his radio show, and I was on his radio show, and he DM'd me in my Twitter, which I'm still like, damn, man, I got DM'd by LL Cool J. That's fucking crazy. Yo, but
like looking at this shit on your phone.
I do go back and look at it like, yo, man, bro, you don't understand, man. Like for me, that's like Kobe and Jordan. For me, you know what I'm saying? Like I used to really sleep with my radio and shit, bro. When his second album dropped, bro, I was fucked up off of that, bro. I was like fucked
That's
up.
The one I remember. I don't remember radio. I was a little too young.
I went to the radio concert. It was trust me, radio was my shit too. But when that bad shit dropped, because then
that's what I remember.
The Troop shit came out, and this nigga was unstoppable. And then Jack the Ripper, and then Break of Dawn when he just niggas on one song, bruh.
Yo, like, I used to be on the couch, man, rapping band word for word. My mom used to be like, boy, you better get your ass off that couch. Because, you know, he's standing around and keep moving. I'm like, I never seen this.
It was MC gestures back in the day.
Man.
Come on, man. That was like, it wasn't nothing better than that. So I still don't think he get enough credit, and I don't think people understand because they wasn't there. And you know, it's not really a YouTube thing to see how bad that dude was back in the day. Show wise, I mean, he had the best DJs in the world.
Cut creator
and Bobcat, you know what I'm saying?
And Bobcat. Bossy.
First dude to have a hype man that doesn't hype, just stand there on the radio. My man E-Love. Now I know E-Love personally. Me and E used to talk on phone all the time when I first moved to LA. That used to blow my mind. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, this shit, I'm destined for this shit. But you know, for me it was L before anything. Like, you couldn't out-cool him.
He's so young when you think about it. Like you think about,
I think that's what it is. But it didn't feel like that when we was kids, huh?
Exactly.
It was like he was a grown-ass man at 16.
He was like 17, 18 years old, like when Bad came out.
Yeah, exactly.
But look, Age, look at the average 17, 18-year-old kid now.
Right.
They like a child.
They look like kids.
They look like children. And he was like a grown-ass man.
You know what's crazy? I looked like this in high school.
You still look on that first Cali project.
I just had dreads and shit, but I looked like this in high school, bro. I go back and look at pictures. I be like, fuck, like, still look the same.
You vegan?
Nah, I just go in and out. I balance my food out. Sometimes I say I'm a niggetarian. You know
I never heard that one before, man.
Niggetarian, man. Every now and then I have a bite of that bird.
Yeah. Long as it ain't that swine, man.
That's a now cipher. I can't do that. I haven't partaken in swine since I was probably like 12. You know what I mean? The last thing I had,
19 for me.
The last thing I had, no, I might have been like 14. The last thing I had, I think that was pork, was pepperoni pizza, I think, back in the day.
I used to punish some pepperoni.
That's when I was getting off of pork. And I was like, man, I want to get off with this damn pepperoni pizza. I didn't really care about bacon like that. You know, bacon was cool, but I was like, that shit ain't even enough meat for me to care about. So
I didn't like the fat. I didn't like that fat shit.
I didn't really care about bacon. I'm not really a ham dude. I never was really big on ham like that. So, you know, it wasn't really hard for me to stop eating pork when I was young. But I will tell you this, I don't eat beef. I haven't ate beef in 20-something years.
Shit.
And I drink a lot of beef.
Oh yeah. No doubt. So look, let's start talking about these projects, man. I want to start with, you know, one of my favorite projects, man. And please walk me through this, man. How did you meet these guys, man? And I'm talking about Black Belt Theater project. And to me, that's a classic, entirely produced by Dirty Diggs. How did you link up with these guys, man, and put together this
Dirty Diggs and Twiz the Beat Pro. It's a few different producers. Dirty Diggs, and Religion. Okay. Dirty Diggs did a bulk of it.
They did a bulk.
I purposely wanted to have an album with a bunch of features on that one because I never really, I used to look at dudes like, man, why y'all got these damn features on your albums? It's like a compliment. I was like, fuck it. You know what? Let me see. I was like, let me see how many features I could possibly pull off on a project.
You ever did that?
That one. Like, who you know in hip hop that got Paul Wall, Camp Lo, Raekwon, Talib, oh no, wait, no. Mr. Fab, Torre, Razzcast, shit. I had a bunch of features on. Did I say Camp Lo already?
Yeah, you said Camp Lo.
Yeah, man, Fashawn.
Fashawn, yeah.
I mean, he's from Fresno. Yeah. The Jacker with Mitchie Slick.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah, man, that shit was
crazy. That's
a solid album right there.
Yeah. That right there really showed me that you can rhyme with any type of MC. You know, it really it showed me the versatility.
And you know what? Every single track I did with the artist. The only song that was a email feature was the one with Fashawn and Willie the Kid. You know what I'm saying? Raekwon
was on there too. I forgot about that.
Yeah, me, Fashawn, and Willie the Kid.
Yeah,
fuck rappers. You know what I'm saying? Raekwon, he did that one at my people's crib, at my boy's crib in the studio at the house. Paul Wall came over to Twiz, the Beat Pro spot, did it. Camp Lo stayed with me for a week when they did that song. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, I had Camp Lo at my crib for a week.
Saturday night.
That's crazy. Yeah. I still bug off that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This one I had two little spots too. So we went to our spot one day, and then we'd go to my girl crib one day and stay at her spot. So it was just like, it was wild, man. it was crazy. Let's see.
It's a lot of it, man. A lot of features on that one, man. You really
that was
You did.
I had some Canadian moves. This Canadian label. I put that out through some Canadian label. See, back then, man, I was just a lot of the times, man, I was just taking the money, man. You know what I'm saying?
I interviewed Ito, man. He told me how that is, man. Like, hey, being an indie artist, it's a little different when you don't have that, when you don't have that machine behind you. So you got to get that bag, man. And
that's what Ito be grinding, man.
He be grinding.
He's a construction worker of hip hop. You know what I'm saying,
bro? He's consistent.
That's how I look at Ito. He's like a construction worker of hip hop because he producing and rapping, and he do a lot of producing. You know what I'm saying? He just I don't even talk to Ito, and I got a beat from Ito, and he made it for me. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all never collaborated, huh? Y'all need to collaborate. I don't think I've ever heard y'all rhyme together though.
Yeah, we haven't rhymed together. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I'm gonna get him on something. Damn, I wish I'd have got him on this. Ev project. I'm gonna probably get him on the second project I do with Evidence, because I want to hear him over Evidence beat. I would like to hear Ito on the Ev beat.
Damn, you ain't right. You ain't did a project with Evidence. We talking about it's over 10 years.
Yeah, we just finished the project. We gonna drop this shit. This shit is crazy.
Oh shit! Yeah, I can't wait for that, man.
It's crazy.
I can't wait for that. So look, I want to talk about this. This one of my another one of my favorite projects, man. To me, this was in my top 5 albums of the year in 2013. You already know what I'm about to go to. I'm talking about that Do-Rag Dynasty, man. That is my baby with that Alchemist, man. Bro, I still listen to that project like it just dropped yesterday.
Right.
So tell me, how did y'all put that together, man?
You know what's crazy? I was working on Black Belt Theater. I might be, because that came around the same time, right?
A year apart.
Okay, so this is how that happened. I was originally about to do a solo project with Alchemist.
Okay.
But I was already working on Black Belt Theater at the time, and I was kind of like burnt out. I'm not gonna get front. I was kind of burnt. And I didn't feel like doing whole songs, to keep it a buck. I didn't feel like doing all that writing at that particular time.
Okay.
So I ended up bringing Tri-State through. Boom. And then I ended up bringing Killer Van through. Boom. And it became like a routine. And then we was the name Do-Rag Dynasty. I had said that in the rap with on the song with Raekwon on Black Belt Theater.
Yeah.
I say Do-Rag Dynasty at the beginning.
I remember that.
On some like talking like Raekwon type shit, because I had Ray on the song. Me and Ray was actually laughing about the shit, because niggas was like, you stupid, Do-Rag Dynasty. What the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because he was there when I did the whole shit about on my Do-Rag Dynasty niggas.
That sounds like something he would say, though.
That sound like some shit Ray would say, right? And then I don't know. And then we was like, yo, let's fuck it, Do-Rag Dynasty. And niggas kind of was like laughing at the shit, like, but I'm like, I'm serious, like that'd be kind of fresh. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right. I was like, and then we just started like making all these art figures with like do-rags on them and shit. You know, the Obama do-rag, that shit is like classic. The Michael Jordan with the do-rag on, holding the thing, classic. You know what I'm saying? So we even had the origin of the do-rag thing. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that shit kind of like was like the beginning of the era you see right now with all the loops and the bare loops. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Alchemist, man, his production on that shit, he blessed y'all on that shit right there, brother. Right. And that 360 waves, man, that was my shit. Tell me about the making of that song right there, man, because you and Tri-State get off on that shit right there.
Oh yeah. That was actually one of the second songs I think we recorded, something like that. We actually, when we made that, we that shit was so dope. I ain't gonna front. When I first heard that after we recorded, I shed a tear.
You mean that particular song or the top?
That song.
That's my favorite.
I was like, yo, this shit is crazy. I was like, yo. A tear came out of my eye. It was so dope to me. I was like, man, I can't believe this is my shit. Like, oh, we did it with this one, bro. Yeah, I knew it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, we did it with this. And it was just,
he gave y'all his A1 shit.
It was so effortless. You know what I'm saying? He made the beat right there. Everything we did on that album was made on the spot. From the beats to the rhyme.
Wow.
Yes, beats to the rhyme. We was talking shit. 1 minute we be watching videos on YouTube. He fucking with the thing.
Yeah.
We watching some old school videos, catch a little inspiration and some shit. And then see, that's why Al is a kid. Like he's just like,
how was it, man? Talk about Scorpio. I want to know.
We Scorpio, so you know, motherfuckers still watch videos like we just coming home from school. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we still watch old interviews of artists that we grew up idolizing and shit. You know what I'm saying? We watch everything. We don't just even only watch videos. We watch interviews. We watch what dudes used to wear. We watch everything. We don't leave no rock unturned. You know what I mean?
No doubt. Now, because when I think of that project, man, and I think about you as an artist, I'm like, man, your consistency of choosing the right selection, like beat selection, and just linking up with the best producers. I mean, I forgot to mention that you did a project with Mad Lib, the EP.
That wasn't really a Mad Lib EP. I was on tour in Germany, and I just took a bunch of old Mad Lib instrumentals and rhymed over them, and I threw them out there. They actually snatched that shit down. His people snatched it down. That's why you can't get that. Yeah, because I tried to just throw it out there. I wasn't even trying to sell it in that. But they did some old whole cake shit. It wasn't Mad Lib, but it was this bitch ass people's whoever. I don't even want to get into that. But,
well, you do got a Mad Lib beat. You do got a Mad Lib beat on that Cali Agents.
I got Mad Lib beats from back in the day. I mean, Mad Lib did one of my first singles, Definition of Ill, the remix of Definition of Ill back in the day. You know what I'm saying? I'm like the official outside of Oxnard niggas and the Alcoholics. I'm the other artist that he worked with before all the rest of these cats. My thing with Mad Lib is this, man. I'm not about to do the industry shit with dude. You know what I'm saying? That's my brother, but I'm not finna go through somebody else to get a Mad Lib beat. Fuck that. I'm black, nigga. I'm not going through no white boy to get no Mad Lib beats. I probably will never get
Asian. Shit.
It don't matter, but I'm never going to go through Egon to try to get a Mad Lib beat. Fuck that. I ain't never had no bad business with Mad Lib to have to go through somebody else to get a Mad Lib beat. Fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm never going to go through a white man to get a Mad Lib beat. Let me be clear.
I feel it. You shouldn't have to.
Hell no. And
you out of all people, shouldn't have to.
I probably never get a Mad Lib beat because of that.
Because I was wondering, like, how come you guys
got white people in the way?
Man.
Yeah. You got white people in the way.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy because I was really looking forward to, like I said,
either
I know
either that or he don't want to do it. It's either one of the two. It's either the white boy in the way or he don't want to do it. Because I mean, I'm the only look, man.
And that don't make sense.
I'm the most requested artist that people ask about to do Mad Lib shit with. Like that's like the biggest question I get asked when am I going to do a project with Mad Lib?
I didn't want to be that guy, man.
That's I don't know if that'll ever happen because I'm not doing that shit. I'm not doing no third party shit, man.
Yeah,
I'm too old for that shit. Fuck that. I end up slapping somebody. You know what I mean? Straight up, like I'm not doing it.
Nah, that's
I'm like, do that with people that you didn't grow up in music with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in music with you. You're my brother in music. Like we came through the same channel together, my nigga. Like, and not only that, it's other artists that would abuse the shit, have 200, 300 Mad Lib beats and be using. I ain't never did that. When I put out the mixtape that I did, it was shit that you already had put out there. I just took instrumentals out of the crates and rapped over them and threw them out there.
Right.
After that, I was kind of like my last straw. That was kind of like my last straw. I was like, fuck it.
No doubt.
It is what it is.
That's crazy. Yeah, exactly, man. Hopefully, man, one day y'all can amend that situation.
No, but I see him. It's always love, and I always tell him, but I tell him I'm not going through your people's. Not
it's business. Yeah. So what you telling me? Explain this to me as I'm listening to you. Mm-hmm. Are you telling me like, as far as even in the independent hip hop, it's still politics within that? Because a lot of people, we don't think when we think of politics, we mainly think of like the mainstream artists. Mm-hmm. But even in independent, it's still that type of shit going on.
Hell yeah. And a lot of these rap niggas is just hoe ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? That's just, these niggas didn't have bitches growing up. They just starting to have money. You know what I'm saying? These niggas, they are who they are with money or without money. They suckers. So it's just like,
yeah.
It's certain niggas I done let live. It's certain niggas jaw I was gonna break. And I ended up just giving them a dap. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They don't know that I know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But these niggas be suckers. They pillow talkers, talk behind niggas' back and then dap them and take pictures with them. I'm not really from that shit. I'm a cool dude, but these niggas be suckers, man. A lot, especially in the underground.
I heard that.
People, you know,
I was talking to Lyric Jones, and I've
been fooled by a lot of people. Because first of all, I never really needed to latch on to shit. You know what I'm saying? Niggas always latched on to me. So it's like everybody's so buddy when they're not known. Niggas be cool when they not known. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, talk about
and then they get a little name or whatever, and then it's like, but that shit don't do nothing for me. Like
niggas want to be Hollywood. Niggas Hollywood now, but I'm like, nigga, when you came on, you was nigga, I showed you love.
Yeah, and now it's like you still ain't even accomplished the shit that I've accomplished. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's like, man, it's like I could have been acting like that.
Yeah.
I can act like that right now. Niggas ain't.
I was just gonna say you playing in Asia. I'm playing in Asia.
I'm on 3-time platinum albums. I'm on albums that went 3 million.
Talk your shit, King.
I'm on a bunch of shit. I'm in video games, not just song on a video game. I'm in a video game.
No, movies.
Movies too. No, but I was saying my voice. I'm a character in the fucking video.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like,
movies, you got real movies too. John Travolta shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking
niggas ain't got shit in movies. Yeah.
Nah, hell nah.
None of these niggas that's popping, that's so-called A1 top 10 niggas, they ain't got no shit in movies.
Grammy nominated.
They ain't got no video.
Yeah, I'm Grammy nominated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and my publishing is crazy, but other than that, it's just like that ain't gonna change how anybody that know. And I ain't just saying I'm like the Gandhi.
No, talk about that.
But I'm saying, how anybody that know me know that I've been this way forever. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember when I did get nominated for a Grammy, and my homies was like, "Man, that's crazy how you just be coming over here." Sitting on the couch and chilling like nothing happened. I'll be thinking like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing, nigga? Am I supposed to like start having new friends and shit? I'm not like the rest of you niggas, man.
Crystal bottles and shit.
Niggas want to have new friends and shit and start acting new and shit. I'm like, and then y'all wonder why y'all end up with your house ran up into later. You hear about niggas running up in your house because you wanted to have all these new motherfuckers you don't really know around you. You want to be accepted, and you wonder why niggas is robbing you every 5 minutes. When the niggas that you should have been fucking with was was the ones that was encouraging you to keep doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then people have a rude awakening. You know what I mean? Later down the line. But that how Jay-Z said, you was who you was before you got here. So that's how, that shit don't bother me. It just was an eye-opener for me over the past years where it's like, oh, damn, everybody not genuine. Some niggas just, the opportunists. I'm not an opportunist, man. I'm gonna always get what I need out of life. I don't need to shit on nobody. I don't need to I don't need to talk crazy about another dude to make myself feel better. I don't gotta self-proclaim myself as king. Nigga, I am the king. I don't gotta tell you that shit.
Niggas know.
You know this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I don't know, man. I'm not with all that shit. Yeah, so the underground can get real political and shit, but for the most part, it don't bother me because these niggas are suckers.
Right.
They be suckers.
So when you ever look at some artists and you see how they elevated, and you're seeing where they at in their career, and you ever wonder like, damn, man, is it something that I'm not doing right? Because like niggas know that I'm the shit. The niggas that know, they know that I'm the shit. But why is this nigga moving? His trajectory is moving a little bit faster because it's bits and pieces of a lot of different shit, man. And I hate to ask that question to a legend like you.
It's different. If I ever felt like that, it would be because politics. It's not necessarily nothing to do with talent. It's a political thing. You know what I'm saying? It's always been like that. You know what I'm saying? The fact that I'm just from Fresno, Cali. I'm not even from Los Angeles or the Bay like that. So it's always been an uphill struggle because I don't really, I'm kind of like me and my crew and Fashion are like the first wave of dudes that rhyme like this out of where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, everybody rhymes they rhyme traditional West Coast. You know what I'm saying? Whereas
explain that though. Like I want to say this, and please don't
traditional
forget
West Coast. Traditional West Coast meaning you either have a LA influence or a Bay Area influence. You know what I'm saying? Like you either like, you know, like influenced by heavy early, like, you know, early Bay Area music, like whether or just northern. I'll say Northern Cali music, including Sacramento, whether it's like Sibo, Spice One,
Killer Tay, Selly
I grew up with Killer Tay. You know, I put him in that category. But Killer Tay is originally from Philly. People don't know that he's originally from Philly. He can really rhyme. Because I grew up rhyming with him. But that's the beauty of hip hop. Like we say, we know how to we adapt and get into the lane that fits us the most. You know, Corrupt's from Philly. You know what I'm saying? Corrupt's from Philly. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. So, but like traditional West, that's, you know, traditional West Coast. So, whereas you had like Alcoholics, you had like the Alcoholics, Hieroglyphics, Far Side. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is more jazzy, sample based, you know, I call that traditional hip hop, right? So being that I do traditional hip hop and I'm from the West Coast, it's a lot of shit that go with that. Because when I came out, bro, that shit was not really no one was doing that shit. Like, you know, you had dudes that was abstract over here, but nobody sounded like
it was a gap.
They didn't sound like they came from fucking Medina or Mecca. You know what I'm saying?
It was what's the brother Razcast, and then I didn't hear no other rapper that had those type of rhyme schemes until you came.
E-Rule, but you have to really be in hip hop to understand, to know who E-Rule is.
I don't
know what I'm saying? Like, so or Self-Scientific, Chase Infinite, whatever.
Chase Infinite.
I mean, we have our we today definitely it's a lot of us, but at that particular time, what was out was that was like, you know, people thought I was from New York. A lot of people thought I was from New York,
and that's what I'm saying. I know you get tired.
I don't. No, I don't. No. Listen. I don't give a fuck. That don't bother me. That shit.
I didn't want to ask it, man, but
that shit got promoted. That whole East West shit got promoted by a magazine, bro. I don't give a fuck about that shit. You know what I'm saying? I really don't give a fuck. I'm not a fucking slave. You're not gonna slave me out to make me feel like I gotta be a part of a certain demographic, a place where I got stolen and brought to. Like, nigga, we all from the South.
Exactly. We black people.
Yeah.
We all black people, nigga. We like what we like.
We all got cousins from everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I choose to sound or rap like a fucking New Yorker, no, I sound like a black or fucking American to somebody outside of America. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a black American. You know, and I'm doing traditional hip hop. I'm speaking my words very clearly. You know what I'm saying? I'm picking these beats that have samples and drum machines. But you catch me on a good day, I'm a rap on some West Coast shit too. So, you know, because I grew up off of both. But my foundation is traditional hip hop. So that was an uphill battle because everybody, you know, I'm going against
the grain.
The grain. So I'm going against the grain, but I'm so good that I actually get a record deal too. But even that, it didn't stop there. The fight kept going because now I'm in the machine trying to do the music that you hear today that people do. They didn't fucking understand that shit back then. You know what I'm saying? Like,
this was Interscope. Talk about that.
Yeah, you know, I had Pete Rock, Super Dave West,
oh shit,
Battle Cat, fucking High Tech, DJ Khalil, Jake One, Vitamin D. I mean, it wasn't a producer I didn't have, but you know, at the same time, you know, fucking, I'm going against fucking, you know, Pharrell, you know, Neptunes and shit. So it's like, it's hard to explain to somebody how these two things can coexist when this one is doing real good, but you haven't even taken a chance on this one yet. And it seems like you would be taking a chance on me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we haven't found a single yet. We haven't found a single yet. We haven't found a single yet. And I was like, man, fuck this, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew that, okay, I might be a little bit too ahead of the future for these cats right now. And notice that every producer that I named are like the producers today. Back then, they wasn't known yet like that. You know what I'm saying? Jake One wasn't a thing to go to. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Battle Cat.
Maybe wasn't a thing to go to. Battle Cat was. He was a thing to go to. Pete Rock was a thing to go. But even at that time, it wasn't like for the mainstream. That wasn't like somebody you go to. You know. But I'm like, shit, fuck out of here. I'm trying to make the new Illmatic at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, but they wasn't allowing that shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I never really got a fair shot in the machine. I feel like a mainstream artist, but I never had a mainstream shot.
That's the thing. Like, okay, with you saying that, do you feel like you enjoy being an indie? What is the pros and cons of being an indie artist compared to the pros and cons of being
Let me be very clear, man. I'm only indie to a degree.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm only indie on certain projects. You know what I'm saying? Golden Buddha is not an indie project. That's Brick Records.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, indie is when I put out Egyptian merchandise, initials on my jewelry, and the King Medallions EP. Those are all my shit that I put out just like here. I uploaded the music myself, That's independent. You know what I'm saying? Now, all those other joints that had like good marketing promotion, like Mansa Musa, that's Sony Records. That's Cleopatra Records. That's through Sony. You know what I mean? Trust the Chain, that's through Trust. That's what Special. I had help from 38 Special with that. I mean, it's indie, but it's not like I'm so hands-on. I'm shipping and mailing out shit myself. You know, a lot of people try to put on that illusion that they're indie, like they're not getting no help at all.
Yeah.
You're getting some help. You know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for my guy Izzy Nice right here, you know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit that I'm not just totally.
That's Izzy Nice in it?
Izzy Nice right here. You know what I mean?
Yo, shout out to Izzy. Hey, shout out to Izzy Nice, man.
That's Izzy Nice right there. You know, so
he's dope.
we're independent together, but it's not. You know, we get help. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I don't know why a lot of
but I make enough music to be able to do that. I make enough music to have record deals and to put out my own shit. That's how I kind of like do it. I do record deals and I put out my own shit. But I'm not gonna sit here and lie and act like, oh yeah, I'm just so indie. I'm straight out the mud. I'm straight out the backpack. I'm straight out the truck. Nah,
So as far as publishing, so you own all.
Yeah, I gave I gave a percentage of my publishing to my man Walt Liquor so he could keep my shit registered, because I do so much songs I can't keep up with that shit. So every time I do something, I just send it to him and he registered. So I give him a piece of my publishing. You know, the thing about it is this, man. I learned this a long time ago, and I hope other artists that see this get to hear this. You have to involve other people in your shit if you want to work. If you want that shit to work, bro, you can't do everything on your own, man. You can't be so. You know, you can't have the mentality where it's just like, I have to own everything. I don't. No, it's not. You wanna own your stuff. You wanna have control over your stuff. That's all. It ain't about hoarding everything. It's like when, you know, I've heard people question why certain people sell pieces of their catalog, and I'm like, nigga, because it's worth something. Y'all,
that's the point.
I hear people
that's
say,
the point.
He's done for something.
Point.
You got a catalog that you can't sell though. What's the use of having 100 songs that ain't
nothing? 100% of nothing.
Yo, I remember when Gucci Mane sold. I remember when Gucci Mane had sold one of my guys that run a distribution company. He had sold him like a big portion of catalog, but it wasn't like his bread and butter, because you know, dude got hella mixtapes and shit, like albums. So he might have sold like gave dude like 30 mixtapes out of his catalog, He might have sold like 30 albums out of his catalog, right? They got all this money. But just think, that was so long ago. Look how much more music he's made.
Exactly.
That's way bigger. That's way bigger.
But Age, why do you think? Where did that come from? Where everybody's like this idea of like, man, you gotta hold on to everything. You gotta. Where did that start? I don't remember people talking about that shit.
That's PTSD from all the artists getting fucked completely. I think that when artists got fucked by knowing that a lot of artists got fucked completely, it kind of put a trauma into the generation of artists to think that, okay, I'm so scared that I don't even want to do business. Like, no, motherfucker, you got to do some business if you want to live in this shit, because it take money to make money.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So when you hear about people selling certain catalog, it's not like they sell everything. You're selling this or that. You know what I'm saying?
And what? Even if they sold everything, so what?
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, I mean, if you got 100 million, 200 million, shit. You can get something else that you can own something else that's going to be forever.
Exactly. You can flip just like you flip whatever you did to get that. You flip that money that you.
You might want to put a chain of fat burgers around America. Fucking, that's going to go sell way more. Burgers sell way more than records.
Exactly.
And real estate does too.
I might have to lead this video off with that with that right there.
Real estate does too. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
fact.
You know, everything ain't about that. You know, people, you know, hear shit and they run with it, and they think, you know, they hear shit and they just run with it, like, you know, like a 360 deal, right? A 360 deal wouldn't be good for me, right?
Talk about it.
For a motherfucker that ain't got shit and ain't known at all and don't have a chance, you might want to take that 360 deal. Depending on how long it is, though. If it's a 360 deal for just say, okay, for instance, you're not known, right? You're
working at KFC.
Yeah, and you're 18 years old, and cats want to fuck with you. They want to sign you, but they want a 360 deal, right? And you say, how long? They say 3 years. Fuck it. You know why? If you know you're gonna get some money out of that shit, way more than what you was gonna get, take that shit, but have a plan to go from a worker to a boss. How you do? You just take that money and put it into something else. Put it into another artist or put it in another business and keep that shit. These are business deals. At the end of the day, you want to be comfortable doing what you do at the end of the day. Really. You just want to be comfortable doing what you love. You don't want to be stupid and not own nothing. It's just that, you know, but fucking 0 plus 0 equals 0 though, man. You gotta have something.
Yeah,
you gotta start somewhere.
Exactly.
You know what
I mean? You gotta pay.
I was a hype man for Rasco when I first became a professional artist, and I was rhyming before Rasco, but he's older than me and he came out before me. I was his hype man. I was probably getting a few $100s every show. I had to work my way up, but I was like, yo, I'd rather be doing this, traveling around to London and fucking, you know, Japan at 19 years old, doing this shit than working some bum ass job that I'm like, okay, I do this. I do the, you know, the little 200, but guess what? I'm working on my EP too at the same time. So when I come back, it'll be my tour. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't have no plan.
Yeah.
It's always gonna be bad. You know what I mean?
You had the vision. You had the vision even back then of how you was gonna play this shit out.
I'm a hype man for this cat until my EP is done. I'm gonna get my buzz up. And then once I got my buzz up, it was like the most talked about shit on the West Coast, kind of like it's this new thing, this guy that doesn't sound like he's from the West Coast. That was a plan too of mine, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't
want to. I deliberately. I just want you to know that because I'm old enough to. I didn't admit it back in the day. I didn't want people to know what I was doing, but I purposely rhymed the way I rhymed to be the opposite of what people thought was supposed to come out of here. Yeah. Like I used to have a chip on my shoulder about that shit. Like people thinking that dudes over here couldn't rap or some shit, or like everybody had Jerry curls and shit. So that was just my stigma. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Jerry curl nigga. That's just, I never have been. You know what I'm saying? I'm very West Coast, but I'm not traditional Chuck Taylor, Dickies, and you know what I'm saying?
Nothing against it.
And not only that, I'm more of a Northern Cali person. That wasn't really our aesthetic like that. You know what I'm saying? We was more pimpy. You know what I'm saying? Waves, finger waves. You know what I'm saying? Shirley Temples. You know what I mean? We was more like, you know what I mean? Pimp. You know what I mean?
So this is a question I always wanted to ask an artist such as yourself, who's from Northern California. Does Fresno and Sacramento, do you guys all share the same culture?
We Fresno and Sacramento are definitely like the cousins of California. And it's crazy you asked me that.
Break it down. Break it down.
Fresno and Sacramento have the same weather.
Okay.
It's extremely hot in the summertime. I'm talking about like that shit to get like 120. You know what I'm saying? 115.
So Sacramento is not the Bay? That's not considered the Bay?
Hell no. No. It's not the Bay Area. No
shit.
No. It's just Northern Cali. See, even though Fresno is Central Cali, we're basically the center of Cali. We lean a little bit more towards Northern Cali culture, even though we have gang banging in our city. Like we gang bang heavy, like LA does, but our culture is more Northern Cali. Whereas you'll hear more like Jay Stalin, Filthy Rich before you will hear like a LA artist or somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You'll hear more like Bay Area music.
The Gatlin.
Yeah, and as far as like our street, as far as our street, the ears in the streets are more geared towards like Northern Cali music. It's like we call it mob music. You know what I'm saying?
So if you really look at it, Northern Cali is kind of like the West Coast New York. If you really look at it, because I mean California.
Period. I mean,
it's only 3 states on the West Coast: California, Washington, and what's the Oregon.
Right.
So if you look at it,
Oakland would be like Brooklyn, right?
Mm-hmm.
San Francisco would be like Manhattan and Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Richmond would be like Brownsville. You know what I'm saying? Richmond, California, because you know niggas don't fuck with Brownsville. You already know. Brownsville, and that's the same way as Richmond. You know what I'm saying? East Oakland would be like Queens to me, Queens and Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? It's like a mixture between, like I would say, the hills of East Oakland would be like Queens cats to me, and the East Oakland would be like Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? West Oakland would be like the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? Vallejo would be like Long Island. You know what I'm saying? Sac would be like, you know, Philly. You know what I'm saying? Fresno would be like Staten Island or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But a further away Staten Island. You know what I'm saying? Because we got the reason why I would say Staten Island, because we was kind of like rejected by the whole coast, kind of like Staten was. You didn't really hear about Staten Island until Wu-Tang came out. You heard about every part of California, even on California Love. They didn't mention Fresno. You know what I'm saying? Even though we have more people than Sacramento. You know what I'm saying? We the 5th largest city in California. So it's like I always felt like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, it's bad enough I'm not even from a popular city of California. So it was always an uphill battle. So I'm like, fuck it, I might as well rhyme for real. I ain't gonna hold on. I'm gonna rap like it. You know what I'm saying? Really,
you got to. You don't have no choice.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So I'm like,
it worked.
Yeah, it worked. You know what I'm saying? You know, I went out on a limb, but you know, growing up, I used to, rest in peace to my big homie, Big Mo. You know, I had certain dudes that came from the East Coast to Fresno when I was young. Like my man Big Till, he ended up rhyming on one of my mixtapes back in the day, the Strong Arm Steady mixtape. He was from Jersey. He's about same age as Rasco. My man Big Mo is older than all of them. He was from Brooklyn. I used to battle these dudes growing up. Every time I see him, we battle it. Like, what's up? Let's rhyme. Every time we see, yo, I got a new one today. What's up? Check this one out. Big Mo was like, and this is before Biggie. This is like 88, 89. Big Mo was like Biggie before Biggie.
Wow.
And Biggie knew how to hoop, and he was like, he was kind of hefty.
Yeah.
My man had an asthmatic. He was real asthmatic. Had asthmatic voice. Yo, you know what I'm saying? I remember he was telling me about Big Daddy Kane. Yo, if you think Set It Off is dope, watching you hear Rapper Kane, son. Yo, Rapper Kane is if you like Set It Off, Rapper Kane is hard. I'm telling you. And I was like, he got a song called Rapper Kane. He was telling me about Kane shit that hadn't dropped yet until like a year later on our side. You know what I mean? Because you remember back then,
that's amazing though. Like you on the West Coast and you know about all that shit, man. Like that's intriguing. Because I'm from DC and I didn't even know about those songs until later. Yeah,
he was telling me about Rapper Kane when on Kane's first album. Because I guess Kane had dropped it on a 12. I didn't hear the real Rapper Kane till I got into my 20s. This is how deep this shit go. I heard the Rapper Kane on the album, but that song is the live at the if you're a real Big Daddy Kane fan, it's the live at the Apollo version on the album. I never heard the real song that he recorded until I was Planet Asia and able to actually touch the album at Fat Beats in my 20s.
Jesus Christ, that's crazy. That's crazy.
You know that shit came out when I was 11 or 12. You know what I'm saying? I was like 25 when I got to actually hear Rapper Kane. Like, oh, this is what this shit sounds like. YouTube wasn't even out. Now you can go to YouTube and pull it up. YouTube went out, so I couldn't just pull a song up. I had to wait. That shit wasn't even on the West Coast for me to hear. Well, it wasn't in Fresno for me to hear. I didn't have DJ homies that was that deep like that. So it was like, I was like, damn, is that just a rap that he has? I didn't know it was an actual recording that he recorded because that song was, I think he was dissing Rakim on that shit. He's really going at rock. That song is about going at Rakim.
Mr. C, he produced that joint, didn't he?
I think so.
Mr. C.
Yeah. But so it was like, if you was from like the East Coast, if you was from New York, you would have shit like 2 or 3 years way before a dude over here would have it. You know what I'm saying? So I would get shit like that, little jewels like that early from Big Mo or Big Till. I would get stories about Rakim and because he was from Brooklyn, so he was privy and he was older. He was a grown man, so he he was going back and forth and he was giving me all the jewels and stories of how dudes was in the streets, like intimate stories. I would get intimate stories about cats. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of like shaped and molded me to be how I am too. So because this shit was natural. It wasn't like I'm watching TV trying to do this shit. It was like I had a growth and development of rhyming like this. You got to think. You got to remember. I said 9 and 10 years old. Yeah. I'm rapping every day, battling grown ass men, dudes that's 21, 23, 25. You know what I'm saying? I'm 9 years old doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? My dancers. I had dancers when I was 14, 13 years old. Them niggas is 5 years older than me. Them niggas is 18 years old. I was 13. My dancers was 18.
But the thing about you, when you came out the first time, that most people remember that you're featured on a project. Not matter of fact, I'm not gonna say feature. When you guys dropped When the West Was Won, you already develop into the artist that you are. And the only difference I noticed going back and listening to that project is your voice.
Right.
That's the only difference as far as the rhyme pattern, the style, the flow, all of that is there. You had that.
Off that shit, man. The chipmunk voice. Yo, you want to hear the lightest voice? If you ever get a chance, bro, go to this song called Don't Let Up. It's me and Talib Kweli, bro. It sound like the Chipmunks rapping.
Yo, this some strong arm steady shit.
Nah, strong arm wasn't even they wasn't even
I never heard it.
It wasn't even a thing yet. I don't even think Crown Down didn't even know Feel the Agony like that yet. They wasn't even, what I'm saying, wasn't no strong arm yet. We recorded that song at Electric Lady Studios. You know what I'm saying?
Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, we recorded that back in the Electric Lady. Dude, I listen to that shit now, I'd be cracking the fuck up. I'm like, dude, why we sound like the Chipmunks, bro? We sound like the Chipmunks. Like, hey, what's going on, man? Hey, I'm like, especially, we already got a high.
Nah. On that, when the West was one, you didn't have your voice wasn't what it is now, but you ain't sound like no chipmunk. I wouldn't say that.
Nigga, Golden Don't Let Up. Hold on. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm glad we got technology.
I'm damn sure go pull that shit up if it's on YouTube.
Peep this. I'll let you right now.
Damn sure go pull it up.
Talib Kweli, don't let up. Watch this shit. You gonna crack the fuck up.
That's all that good Cali bud, man. That's all.
Wait, hold on. That ain't the right one.
That sound like.
I only got that. They only got remixes. It's just a bunch of damn hold on, let me see. Don't Let Up original. Let me see original.
Yeah, I definitely never heard that. But like I said, man, that you didn't sound like that on that first Cali Asian project, man.
Damn, I can't even. Damn.
Yo, send that shit to me, man. Like
I can't find it. I would have to find it for you, but yo.
Oh man, you gonna forget. I want to hear it, man. I need to hear that, man. You didn't open Pandora's box now. I gotta hear that one.
Let me Google it. Hold on. Let me Google it. Yeah.
How old was you?
I might have been like 22. I might have been like 22. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it might have been like 22. Wow, now, right?
When I like listen to that project now, I'm like, man, that sound like a whole nother. That sound like another person. Like it don't even sound like. You know what I'm saying? But the thing about it, it's still great music. So it's like the beats is fire. You know what I'm saying? The rhymes is fire.
You want to hear something pre?
It don't even matter.
You want to hear something pre Planet Asia that you know you don't know?
Why not? Yeah, definitely.
Here go a pre Planet Asia joint. I got it.
So you just got this shit on your phone, just like, because I can't find this shit on YouTube. I own mind you, I'll tell you, brother, I own your catalog, not no streaming service. I have your catalog. Yeah, on Windows.
On Windows.
I got a music laptop where I listen to, you know what I'm saying? Because I still download shit. I'm old school. So I still purchase music. Yeah, I still purchase shit. You know what I'm saying? I stream shit that I really, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit that I don't really fuck with. But most of the shit that I listen to, I purchase.
Right. Yeah, I might have to send you some of these joints.
Please do.
I got some pre-Planet Asia joints, man. That's like hella.
So look. So what happened though, brother? What happened with the Cali Agents, man? Like, you know, with you and Raz, man, you know, because I know y'all did another project after Head of State, and then that was it.
Rascal, he retired, man. You know what I'm saying? We still tour, you know what I'm saying? But he retired from rap. You know what I'm saying? We and it's crazy because we actually have some new Cali Agents records. I have like 6 Cali Agent records. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all did a tour. Didn't y'all do a tour? Like a
records that we have, huh?
Didn't y'all do like a Cali Angels like reunion or like a few years back?
Yeah. You remember this? Do you remember this?
Yeah. It don't stop.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Keep watching it.
Total concentration, space provided. Give me room to ignite. My body just got my brain feeling excited. Setting up format silent, I comprehend this. Universal dark presentation. All around the earth, you feel us lingering. This be that cold shit, of course.
This old Cali Asians.
Nah, this Planet Asia by itself.
And plus connect the ghetto sections like what y'all wanna build. From out the yard, massive squadron camouflaged in a page. Past the margin on the paper where the science is staged. I strike like a python. It's the dominant, intelligent life form. I shine like walking with the lights on. Make you forget about what you heard once my mic's on.
I never heard this.
Dusk till dawn, dawn to dusk. I will forever represent the yard. Massive final dynasty indeed. That's true and living out the actual seed of my daddy's sperm. became firm once he shot me on the ovaries. I blow degrees overseas, over these beats, foreign torment MC. My mind state keeps maturing. I bounce off beats like basketballs on wooded floors. My freestyle's foul. Once cats try to score shots, wow. Wizard with words, making sure my shit's the show shot. Heard throughout the sector, making heads want more. The Yard Master microphone is on the worldwide tour.
Yo, man. Through the Mr. Say this. No matter what the hop
Man, that's that good Cali bud, man. That's that good Cali bud, man.
Wait, yo, hold on. Give me 1 second. Hold on.
Go ahead.
I'll be right back.
After these messages.
Yeah, man.
That's all good.
Yo, I got a question for you.
What's that, brother?
Have you interviewed anybody from Loose Ends yet? You
mean the singing group?
Yeah.
Nah. Oh, you be checking my shit out, man. With the R&B shit.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Nah.
I'm gonna holler at my guy and see if he can link that for you, because my guy's the hype man for Loose Ends.
Man, I would love that, man. I'm a diehard. Yeah. Diehard loose.
I got a partner that does the hype man for Loose Ends. He could probably set that up.
Hey, I would definitely appreciate that, man, because that's the vision. So you see what a young brother try to do, man. As far as
man, come on. I don't really like doing interviews like that, man. Last interview I did was with my man Mike Powers, but I try to do authentic shit, man. I don't like that dick ride. I don't like dick riding ass dudes that try to get on you and they don't be knowing shit and just riding away. You fuck with artists that didn't really get the super duper light, but meant something to us in the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like the average kid don't know about it. Who fucking interviews Father MC? I be wanting to see these dudes. You know what I'm saying?
Man, bro,
I wish you would have been able to get like a Steezo interview before he passed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, brother. Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Find Redhead Kingpin. If you can find him,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man.
Redhead Kingpin? I want to hear a Redhead Kingpin story, bro.
Because you know that's all that's uptown, all that uptown record shit.
I go online. Do you know I go online, just look it up?
Be nerding out, yo. You like me, man. I'm a music. It ain't just hip hop with me, man. I love great music.
Yeah.
Like we was like one thing about our generation, man. We was spoiled, man. We was spoiled. We had great hip hop and we had great rhythm and blues, man. We just had the best of both worlds. So what I noticed, man, like a lot of fans that like your music, man. It's like they don't like this part of black culture.
See if you can get a MC Shy D interview.
Man, come on, brother. It's gonna happen.
Oh,
it's gonna happen,
man.
It's gonna happen. I'm telling you. 2021, I'm not playing, man. If I tell you some of the guys that I've talked to right now, I can't, because this interview gonna come out real soon.
Right.
I can't let this shit out. Bro, it's nuts. Pause.
Man, I really appreciate that though, bro. We needed somebody like you, man, to fill that void. And it's to keep it real, it's very educational. You know what I'm saying? It's very educational because it's it's certain artists. I'll be like, damn, I forgot about them. Like, you know what I mean? Certain shit, you like, shh. And it make people get ideas. You got to show that real music fans are gonna throw you ideas for. Like, yo, I always want to know, whatever happened to such and such, see if you can find such and such. You know what I mean? Shit, it's like the
reference. It's your reference. Musical. A lot of people don't have a vast musical reference. They one dimensional.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And with me, man, like I said, I love great music, and you're a part of that. So to have you on here to be able to help me bridge the gap, bridge the generation from the greats of the past, and preserving their greatness, just like you doing your thing right now, you want your legacy and your greatness to be preserved as well.
Facts.
And I feel like with the catalog that you have, it's going to be preserved. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta show love to the guys, the Rakims, the like you said, the guys that came before us, man. So that's I make that my agenda very clear, man. So look, I want to talk about one of the recent collaborations or recent relationships, man, that you have, man, as far as musically, and that's with 38 Special, man. So tell me about that whole Trust Gang affiliation. How did that come about, man? Because that one threw me for a loop, brother.
I met 38 Special originally. I met him on the West Coast in a studio session with my man Compton Menace, but it was just real fast. And then
hold on.
My man,
you fuck with Compton Menace?
It's crazy. I got a whole project with Compton Menace.
That's I fucks with him. I'm telling you, like I'm from the East Coast, but you'll be surprised niggas from the West Coast that I fuck with heavy.
Yeah, I got a whole project with Compton Menace.
Yo, that's my
man. I fire too.
I fucks with Compton Menace. That nigga. Go ahead. Actually, I'm sorry.
My guy from Ohio. From Akron. Yeah, from Akron. My guy Al Pacino hooked me up with 38 Special. We was just having, me and Al Pacino was like hip hop connoisseurs and shit. We always trying to find
Yuck Mouth. He's a rock with Yuck Mouth, real heavy.
Yeah. He hooked me up with 38 Special. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then when I came to New York, Special came and hollered at me and was like, "Yo, he's a businessman, and he was like, how much you want for an album? You know what I'm saying? How much how much you charge me for an album? So it's just like shit. Being that it was him, I wasn't gonna do him like I do with other people. So I was like, shit, you already dope. So just give me this, that, and the third, and we rocking. And so we've been rocking ever since, man. That dude is like unbelievable, bro. He's a unicorn. To be able to rap like that and make beats like that, he's a fucking unicorn, bro. 38 Special is definitely the boss of the millennium, for sure.
Nah, no doubt, man. I like I said, man. That Trust the Chain project, man. I had that in my top 5 in 2020, man. Like, brother, yeah, that was in my top 5. And the thing about it, that project came out earlier in the year.
Right.
And normally, like the Grammys and like the, a lot of the awards, when you get a project come out early in the year, people forget about it. Brother, that stayed in my top 5 the entire 2020.
We slow cooked that album too, man. We didn't make that in just one week or no shit. It was like a couple trips to New York when I finished that album and shit. So that was a good album, man. But he made all the beats right there. When I first heard his beats, I was like, you ain't making them beats. I was like, that ain't shit.
Thought he was gassy.
I gotta see you make this
shit.
Yo, you see this dude, man?
I just interviewed him like 2 weeks ago.
Keyboards. He using all that shit, bro. I'm like, with a blunt in his mouth. I'm like, oh shit, you really make that shit, bro. And then he'll go through seasons where he might only make beats, won't even write no raps. Just I'm making just beats.
I was hating. I was hating because I told him I was hating because you getting so dope at this producing shit. I'm like, man, he probably stopped rapping.
Bro,
I was like, oh man,
projects. He was able to put out other projects.
I'm like, oh shit, he producing another fire ass project. He definitely ain't gonna start rapping again.
And then who else is a monster too on the beats? Is Shay. Shay making beats.
Nasty
too.
Nasty.
Nasty.
And I told her, like I said, we talked. Speaking of unicorns, her, being a woman in hip hop, man, that's able to rap. Because when you really look at it, what women producers do we have, to be honest, in hip hop?
Jazzy Moto. I can't say it. I gotta put my girl Jazzy out there. She just produced a new Teflon joint. And I gotta say this, man. I'm proud of Jazzy Moto because I know her personally, and I don't know no female on the planet that's the biggest MOP fan than her. Like, she's a black woman, dresses like a black woman.
Yeah.
Completely black woman head to toe.
Yeah.
Can rap any fucking MOP song you put on. And I mean, shit I definitely don't know, right? She's singing album cuts, everything, and and now she produces for them. You know, to see somebody be on it like that, to not really be in the circumference like that, and then make the music. Yo, if you listen to that new Teflon single, that shit's fire. I haven't heard, man. I remember when she made that beat. You know what I'm saying? So I got to give a shout out to Jazzy Moto. A lot of people ain't on to her yet, but they will be, because she's the daughter of a jazz musician. She can, if you play any jazz record around her, she's like us with hip hop, with jazz. She can, dog. I don't know nobody that can do this. You don't have to say who it is. You play a record, she's going to tell you the names of every person on each instrument on the song, bro. Fucks me up.
I need to meet her, because I'm like a man. I need to meet her. If you can, hey, brother, if we can connect, please, we'll talk.
That's my sister. You know what I'm saying? So her dad, being a jazz musician, all those dudes used to be at her house, so she knows them personally. You know what I'm saying? So when she don't just hear music, she hears the people that's playing the shit. Like, she can tell by the way the horn is being played who's playing the horn. Like, fuck. And these dudes sampling these records and shit, thinking they know something because they know if they can make a few quotes off a few records they sample. There's a difference when you actually know the session.
You know session musicians. You know Steve Gadd and Bernard Purdy, and
that's how she be talking.
That's
how she talks, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm not one of them dudes, and I had jazz records and shit, but I ain't that deep. You know what I mean? I grew up with the jazz because my grandmother and shit, but I don't know it like that. Nah,
that's because I'm not. But the reason why I listen to music like that, because I'm not a rapper, so I don't have the time. Like, you spend time writing rhymes, I spend time listening to it
and looking at the credits
and looking at credits. That's how I did it. So I know who engineered this and who mixed this. And I've been like that. When everybody was outside playing hoops, I was down in the basement, like looking at LL Cool J album, Keith Sweat album covers, the OJs, Minnie Riperton.
Right.
And that's how my love for music, and that's where it started. So
I will say it's hard to not know who Charlie Parker is, because that's one jazz dude that he kept playing with everybody. I remember I was like, damn, I remember I went to a Prince concert and he had Charlie Parker in the band. I'm like, the fuck? You got Charlie Parker?
You know what I mean?
That's crazy. But man, so DJ, Jazzy,
Wonder Girl. I forgot about her.
Wonder Girl. It's a lot out there, man. I mean, I'm an advocate for women in hip hop, because I had a cousin named Fatima, you know what I'm saying? Who was one of the best MCs I ever known growing up. Like, literally, like, fuck all that. She a woman that bruh. She was like the female Nas or some shit, bruh. She was nasty with it. Man, she called herself Earth. Her name was Earth. Yo. That's how I learned how to do 16s. Before that, I would just be rhyming. I just have rhymes with really no structure to them. Yeah. Her shit has structure. She's the person that taught me about hooks and shit, and like making a song. Even it could sound like a freestyle joint or whatever. It could be a song about whatever, but it can have some structure to it too. You know what I'm saying? So she showed me how to like have structure to lyrics and shit back in the day. Fatima used to rhyme in front of me, man. I used to just sit down and just be like, and this was when niggas thought I was ill. I wasn't Planet Asia like this yet, but niggas thought I was nice. But I was like, nah, I ain't there yet, because I go home and I'm getting towed up. Like, she killing it. I don't even really rap around her like that. Like, that's how nice she was.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it.
At that particular time, she was that nice, bro. Fatima, my cousin Fatima.
I'm gonna keep it a baby, man. Like, me and Winks, I interviewed Special a couple of weeks ago, and he'll tell you, Special. You know him. Mm-hmm. You know him. Mm-hmm. And he admitted this, and Special, I'm not.
it's gonna be in the interview. But you like me, you like Sean. I'm like Sean Price, man. I'll be honest. I don't listen to a lot of female rappers,
right?
But the ones that I do listen to are dope,
right?
And those ones are women like Shay, the one that you work with, who I interviewed maybe a few months ago, Lyric Jones.
Yeah, Lyric Jones. You know she's an artist.
She's a unicorn. That's another unicorn because she sings.
Artist, you know what I'm saying?
She don't sing like that little wispy singing that bullshit you hear on the radio. She's a singer.
Lyric Jones' growth and development is going to grow into some shit that's way beyond even the average hip hop shit.
She didn't understand when I told her. I said,
once the muscles of all the lanes and varieties that she has inside her become more, in the center focus, when she masters that, it's gonna be a problem out here, bro.
Man, she a problem now.
Yeah, but I know I just noticed certain shit. I know certain shit. I say give her like another year.
That last project she did, like
I know
she misses. She project, never miss. Never. She don't do a lot of
beginning of what I'm talking about. That's the beginning of what I'm talking about. She always had dope shit. When she was with us, she was making dope shit. That project is a representation of what you're gonna see in the future. Just imagine that on steroids, though.
Bro, she was passing on that the cubicles joint with you, the Dirty Digs joint.
She don't really have a machine behind her yet, or nobody she don't have the the machine behind her yet. Once she gets like the team just about her and about her only, it's gonna be a wrap.
Her Shay Rhapsody. It's a lot of dope.
She play the drums and rap at the same time, bro.
She went on tour with Dave Brubeck.
Come on, man.
That's crazy.
Come on, man.
That's crazy. And that's what I'm saying. Like the artists that this ain't about me, but I just want to say this, man. Like when it comes to music, man, I like to have artists on my platform that I think is unique. I've turned down niggas on my platform that have like 100,000 followers, but I don't like their music.
Right.
It's been niggas been like, yo, put my man on, or my man, whatever. He popping. Right. I fuck with him. You want him on your? I'm like, nah, I don't really rock with Ken. And I know his music. I know his following is going to make my shit grow. Yeah. But it's like I can't do it, man. I gotta fuck with
history. That ain't the history you trying to have. That ain't like the foundation.
Yeah. Oh, I'm picky. I gotta have niggas like you. I gotta have cats like Asia 38. I'm very picky. I'm not going. I don't look at numbers. Like I remember you was mentioning in an interview with Sway, and y'all was talking about the sound scan, and it's like. Now with the internet, everything is about followers.
It's like when you hear the fans talk about SoundScan, it's like, come on, man, that ain't even that's not your department. Your department is listening to the music, not how much the music. When did you become the fucking businessman, the suit? While you listening to the music, I'm like, dude, you like, and that shit went on it's been going on for so long that now. People out the gate just be like, okay, what is this shit selling first? Before I'm not gonna even listen to it if it ain't selling. Like, you know how dumb that is? Like,
it's whack.
If everybody else is not doing it, I don't want to do it. If everybody else not listening to it, I don't want to do it. Because God forbid I actually like the shit and nobody else like it.
And they know I like it.
And they know I like it. Oh, you know what I mean? Like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like,
that shit's whack. Back in the day, we used to love to be on to something and be like, and niggas wasn't hip to that shit yet. You know what I'm saying? Like when Razzcast had the Soul on Ice, and I'm over here on the East Coast, and niggas wasn't fucking with. They was not fucking with that type of hip hop. But when I brought that shit out in high school, niggas was like, damn, what is this shit? He from the West Coast, rapping like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking of just albums off the top of my head, but I'm just saying that was the dope
running and all that shit.
Yeah, man, that's hip hop. That's what hip hop comes from the streets. It comes from the struggle, and you know what I'm saying. Like we got to get back to that, man. It ain't all about numbers and sales and that type of shit, man. So
the shit's about being fresh. It's about being fresh. You know what I'm saying? You got to be fresh. If you're not fresh, then fuck is we talking about? Like you know, boom. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Same man.
Fresh. You know what I'm saying?
Same man. Yeah, man. And that's the problem. You know, what's one of the, you know, things in hip hop, man, that you can do without, you know, even being, you know, a successful, because I say this, man, brother, you ain't probably worked a real job in 20 years, brother. You winning. You successful. Right. You are successful.
What I can do without is what could I do without in hip hop? I don't know. I don't know.
You miss gatekeepers? Yeah, I'm gonna be the first one to ask somebody that, man. I have a different.
The gatekeeper.
But I want to hear yours.
No, I was mad at. I was fucking gatekeeper fucking target practice dude, right? But then I realized that the internet has killed the gatekeeper. Even gatekeeper don't really have power no more. The internet is like a crowd of motherfuckers going, let me. That ain't dope. This is dope. So now even the gatekeeper's like holding on like to the gate, like it's chambers. We make different wormholes for this shit now. If we can't go through there, we gonna make this wormhole over here pop. And now y'all not the cool ones no more. We the cool ones. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm cool. I don't want no interview. I'm gonna do mine with, you know, bridging the gap. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do mine with the homie over here. You know what I mean? That the underdog that y'all wasn't trying to like really fuck with. So I'm, you know, I kind of need the shit that I don't want, because you know, this shit's about balance. So if I didn't have a fight in this shit, it probably wouldn't be as fun. I need an opposition. It always has to be an opposition to something. You know what I'm saying? So the gatekeepers, they have their job and I have my job. The gatekeepers, their thing is they're just, it's not that they're blocking, they're just scared to have their own opinion. You know, a gatekeeper is a person that's really going to deal with some shit that they feel is working already. You know what I mean? They don't have a mind of their own. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes them a gatekeeper, I guess, because that word gatekeeper is like it has a stigma to it at this point. So it's like, you know, gatekeeper sounds like a person in the way.
Right. Well, look,
what it is. What are you being a gatekeeper from? What are you keeping people from?
You know, I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second. One thing I do miss, the only thing I do miss about gatekeepers, man, that it infiltrated a lot of the bullshit.
Right.
That's the only thing. Like, let's look back. If what you do now, if you would have came out back in the early 90s, your Tribe Called Quest, you're on the ready. Like there was a balance.
I call those people preservers, not gatekeepers.
Okay.
Those are preservers of the culture. A gatekeeper is somebody that will see a group like Tribe Called Quest and give them a hard time.
Okay.
A Tribe Called Quest today, a Tribe Called Quest that would be trying to come up today would have to deal with a bunch of fuck niggas that's in the way that's not seeing it for what it really is. Hip hop was new at that time that we grew up in it. So just support anything rap really was the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. It wasn't even, you didn't even have a choice to have sections and all that shit because everybody was aiming to be dope. You know what I'm saying? So in their own way. So whatever was able to sneak through the cracks, we were gonna appreciate it because it was like, you know, put it like this. For instance, Rapper's Delight is not really a real hip hop record, right? To the people of that time, that's not a real hip hop record.
It's a real rap record to me.
Yeah, because we're the youngins. Rap was through us. That's how we got exposed to it, right? We didn't grow up in the parks of New York, right?
No.
But at least Rappers Delight it has the Good Times beat that everybody rocked on the park. They just took the park and put it on record. We at least got the basics from it. It wasn't like elements. It wasn't like so out of the lane that it was like not a rap record. It was a rap. It was not a rap record. What made it not hip hop to them back then was because that wasn't those dudes' songs. They didn't write the shit. You know what I'm saying? That was Grandmaster Caz and everybody, right? So, but we still got exposed to it because that was on. What was the lady name of the lady that runs Sugar Hill Records?
Sylvia Robinson.
She ended up getting that shit on the radio. Hip hop wasn't even on the radio like that. You know what I'm saying? So then, boom, that Curtis Blow was able to go platinum back in the day, right? But you still had a whole other genre that was, real, still in the park.
Yeah.
Still,
because he was commercial.
That was commercial.
Yeah.
And you had other dudes that was still getting paid going club to club, rhyming and shit. Right? Yeah. Whereas that's still on the radio. So the people that's outside of New York, our experiences is coming from that, right? So boom. Do you know where the first hip hop radio station came from?
No, I have no idea.
Los Angeles.
Wow.
K-Day.
That's crazy.
K-Day is the first hip hop station. I didn't even know that. Greg Mack.
What the hell was they playing?
Everything. Because and it's crazy because I didn't grow up in LA. So all my homies that's from LA, like OG homies, when they talk about hip hop, bro, I have to ask, was that shit on the radio? And they like, I heard that on the radio. I'm like, what? They're like, that shit used to, on K-Day. I'm like, damn, what year was this? I'm like, damn, y'all had the radio. It was on the radio back then. I would be waiting for like "You Be Illin" by Run DMC to come on. You know what I mean? Or "Walk This Way," or maybe I might get a LL record. It'd be like "I Need Love" or some shit. And I remember listening to the radio so much. I knew the fucking the program. Like, okay, that commercial came on. Like, I done read through the rotation so many times.
Hold up, Planet Edge. We got to stop this for once and for all, man. Me and you around the same age. Let's be honest now.
You remember that?
I'm gonna say that. Hold on. No, I agree with everything that you said.
With your finger?
But I agree. Everything that's what I'm saying. But we also got to remember, man. Like, yo, we're old enough, and this for the younger because we got a lot. You have a lot of young fans. You got a lot of old OGs and a lot of young fans. But let them know hip hop was not played heavily on the radio when we were younger. It was Atlantic Star, Midnight Star, Renee, New Edition,
Atlantic Star is my hip hop. Atlantic Star is my hip hop.
And then you would get.
I'm from the West. LL Cool J. Why you think when you see, if you go to watch the movie Break It, that's an LA version of hip hop. You don't see no real rapping. You get Ice-T rapping over some real bugged out electronic electro.
Exactly.
It ain't like
Roger and Zapp and all that type of shit.
It ain't like shit. You know what I'm saying? It's more techno. It got more electronic in it. You know what I'm saying?
But the reason why I brought that up, though,
first of all, let's establish this. In the 80s.
Talk about it.
In the 80s.
Talk about it. Let's keep it real. Let's go with it.
Robot Voice was everything on the West Coast.
Yes.
Okay? Egyptian Lover. Roger Troutman.
Yes.
I mean, come on, bro.
Yes.
All that shit. Atlantic Star. I don't know where Atlantic Star from, but I know that Freakazoid and all that shit.
Midnight Star.
Freakazoid was like.
Yes. No parking on the dance floor.
That was all my anthems, bro. I used to put cardboard boxes in front of my crib and breakdance to that shit.
Yeah.
Because I didn't
electricity. Electricity.
Oh my God, you took it back. That was my shit right there.
Man, come on, man.
You took it back.
Come on, man. This is what I be trying to say. We're a little older, so we look at music a little differently,
Bro, I was in
man.
the second grade when that shit came out. Bro. I had that tape, my dude. I had that tape. He said, I used to pop to that shit, man. And but what was I gonna say? But yeah, so all that shit was we was based on technology over here. Computerized music over here.
Hell yeah.
We had free music. That's why I'm a big Miami fan when it comes to music. Like as hip hop as I am, I love Miami bass music. Right?
Man, I love what?
Because
man,
that's a big major part of hip hop. If you listen to like Beastie Boys' first album, License to Ill, that has a lot of Miami element to it, to me. That boom.
It does.
Boom,
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 Rick Rubin.
Boom. You know, the hip hop that we really love, I mean, I ain't gonna say we really love because we love the whole nucleus, but I'm saying the hip hop of our generation, of me and yours, as far as like when we started getting hair on our nuts and hair on our arms, you have to give that shit to kind of like Marley Marl, man.
You got to.
Because
you got to.
Because those beats are like, you know, when you talk about like the Rakim era and shit like that, it's like you started hearing like samples and shit, and like James Brown start like late James Brown, everything late 80s, you know what I'm saying?
He was Marley Marl would have like that Marley Marl would have like 6 samples on one song.
You know what I'm saying? It go from him to Dr. Dre. You gotta give it to Dr. Dre, and you gotta give it to Bombs, Hank Shockley and them cats.
Of course, the Bomb Squad.
Dr. Dre, Hank Shockley, Marley Marl, the dude from Ultramagnetic, of course. What's his name? Seji?
Seji. I'm supposed to be interviewing him. Seji. Yeah.
He's definitely pioneer of what we do. You know what I'm saying? And like Boogie Down production style, you know, that whole like Ultramagnetic and Boogie Down production to me is boom bap. Like boom bap music for me is not what people say today is boom bap.
Right.
Like let's be specific, because they'll just throw us all into boom bap as if, you know, just because we're not rhyming over like keyboard beats that is boom bap. No, boom bap is a specific style of hip hop. It's not
talk about it.
It doesn't mean rhyming over loops. Boom bap means it's a certain style of beat. It's a 808 with a snare, with this old snare. The epitome of a boom bap beat to me would be Poetry by Boogie Down Production, Jimmy by Boogie Down Production, My Philosophy.
Hell yeah.
Anything, a lot of those old Just Ice records, that's boom bap music. You know what I'm saying? That's boom, because it's boom, boom, bap, boom, 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 bap. That's boom bap.
That's why they call it boom bap, because it had that type of pattern, that drum pattern.
I hate the way people try to label the shit today, and they don't even be in the right context.
That's that boom bap. Like people try to say like a lot of this shit that we hear today, that's boom. Like no, like I say, Griselda is boom bap. Griselda's not boom bap.
No, that's sample based music. That's like that's more the type of music that we all because we all kind of do that type of style thing with the beat, but that's not we jump in and out of boom bap beats because boom bap beats,
but they'll try to label them like they are a boom bap artist. Like I've heard people say that.
Boom bap means you have drums, and
you have drums. People say I've heard the dumbest shit. Somebody try to tell me that Ka and Rock Marciano is boom bap.
Nah.
What are you talking about?
Put it like this. Gangstar is not even boom bap.
That's not even boom bap.
Nah. They have boom bap. They have a few boom bap records, maybe a few, but it's a different style. I don't know what name I could place on that particular style of like sample based music. Like I would say kind of like coming out of the Marley Marl chamber. and the Pete Rock Chamber and all, like Large. You know what's crazy? Large Pro is a perfect mixture of boom bap and sample based music, because Large Professor, his drums is very crispy.
Yeah,
and you know he
you listen to that main source, that first project,
and even like Faking the Funk, that's like a full back joint. You know what I'm saying? But then he has like Looking at the Front Door will be on the other side, like zoom,
exactly.
Zoom, 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 zoom. So it's like a Prince Paul, like Prince Paul.
I had to keep mentioning it because you we gotta acknowledge Prince Paul, man.
Prince Paul really, like, you know, and Sub Rock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Sub Rock, that whole that it's more that, because that's where the Wu-Tang shit comes out of. You know what I'm saying? That whole Wu kind of sounding of music is more of like the KMD era slowed down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like that whole era right there, like
that KMD. Hey, like, did you ever, speaking of KMD,
but slow down just a little bit? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, hold on. Speaking of KMD, you ever get a chance to meet Doom?
No, but I saw KMD perform back in the day. I went to a KMD show back in the day. It was Brand New, being KMD, De La Soul, and Leaders of the New School. Yep, I saw them perform. I saw Sub Rock perform. I got a chance to see Sub Rock perform.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's history.
A lot of people at the show. Rasco, that's crazy. Rasco was there because the group that he was in, because they all went to Fresno State. One of the members of his group was in the student thing. Oh, that's fire. Look what he got. Look what he put up.
Yo, let me see that.
No gas face for DJ Sub Rock.
Okay, yeah. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, man.
The gas face, man. Oh, man.
Izzy's from Long Island, you know what I'm saying? He's from Long Island. Izzy's from Long Island.
Yeah,
that's history right there. That's history right there.
PMD, to the right of me was fucking K Solo, and
man,
he was fucking
Public
Enemy. Oh, Wine Dance. Fuck yeah, I was at the Wine Dance train station, all that shit.
Oh man, that's history right there.
Yo, man, we got stories. You know, not me personally, but all in the crew.
Yeah.
You know, everybody's a town away. So
damn. So he grew up with all them dudes. You know what I'm saying? He grew up seeing all them cats. So
that's why I'm stoked for the DJ Scratch project.
Let me you know what else I learned? You know what else I learned today? That I'm only 1 degree away from Tim Cooks and rest in peace. What's my man name? Steve Jobs. I'm only 1 degree away from Steve Jobs and Tim Cooks. For those who don't know,
great.
I'm only that 1 degree away from.
Wow, yo, that's a whole nother. That's a
degree of separation is only 1.
Wow.
Not 6, 5, 7, 8, no 1.
I'm on main campus like every day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
He's like one of the most important people. He's like one of the most important people at Apple.
I'm up there.
Wow.
One of them.
Yeah. That's like, amazing, man. But you know them producers, man. Like I just interviewed Meefix, man. I don't know if you are familiar with Meefix, but he's like worked for like some computer, like NASA, some shit, man. Like Google Meefix, yeah.
Right.
Google Meefix, man. Like that's his job. That's what he does. You know what I'm saying? Like look at his what you call it, his LinkedIn page.
Right.
You'd be like, what? This nigga does music? You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Man.
Yeah,
but crazy. So I would say that's what boom bap, like Just Ice, early Boogie Down production records. It's a certain style. Showbiz and AG.
Yeah, Showbiz and AG. Mm-hmm.
They definitely upgraded.
Lord Finesse. Yeah, that's boom bap
music, because that's more Bronx
music. Yeah,
I would honestly say boom bap is more of a Bronx sound. That's a Bronx sound. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like boom bap. You know, that's that rough Bronx shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I feel like that shit just got thrown in the shovelware as what would be considered, I would say, minimalist music listeners or lo-fi.
They say, oh, that's boom bap. They just don't.
But really, a lot of us are really lo-fi. I would really say we do a lot of lo-fi music.
See, this is the thing, man. Like, this is the problem that I had. I'm gonna say this shit because I got a lot of young supporters, man, and I know you have millions of young fans, but there is a distinction, man, and that's the beauty of this culture, man, because we, you know, and the beauty of getting older, because we have seen hip hop through all these different phases, and these young cats are trying to. I don't want to say. Let me take that back. A lot of young fans, they come into the culture and they try to redefine things that have already been established. Right. And I have a, you know, like, come on, we've seen the development and we've seen where hip hop was and where is it. So we know, like, we lived it. Yeah. So don't tell me, you can't tell me that Rock Marciano is boom bap. So that's lo-fi. That's lo-fi. Come on. Yeah, it's lo-fi. Like you was born in 99. You can't tell me shit.
He has a boom bap record on the first album though. He has a few. He throws them in there, but I'm saying overall, we lo-fi. Like, you know, we like our shit. You know, like kind of like it's like the difference between Low End Theory and Midnight Marauders. Right? Midnight Marauders is more of a boom bap album. Low End Theory has a more low bottom bass, which makes it a little more lo-fi. Like we got jazz and all that, you know what I'm saying? Compared to like Midnight Marauders. Midnight Marauders is more thick on the drums. You know what I'm saying? It's more boom bap, you know what I mean? Actually, I could consider that the Midnight Marauder album a boom bap album. Yeah. The drums on the album is crazy, bro. That's what gave Dr. Dre. You know, they were frequency wise, they was always challenging each other with the albums. That's why they took that photo together with the Tribe album and the Dr. Dre album. Because I remember reading that back, and you know, the source back then.
They came out. What was that? Doggy Style and Midnight Marauders came out. I think like a couple of weeks apart or something like that.
You know, and you know, that's when shit was different, man. That's when we was playing with like it was beyond just the beats at that point. It was more of okay, who's gonna have the ill quality? You know, you learned about Bob Powers and certain cats back in the day. You know, because
engineers.
You know, they made dudes famous back in the day. You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know, with Dre and what he was doing, and the secrecy, and the secrecy of like what was Dre using to make his shit sound like that. Because I remember when fucking Chronic 2000 came out, and I was I heard Explosive one time. I had already heard the album, been to the show, whatever, but I just never forget this day. I was in a club and Explosive came on, and I was like, "Oh shit!" Because I was sitting right next to the speaker, and I was like, "Because and that night they had played like they had played that Jay-Z joint that was real big, 4 a.m. on the way to the club." That shit was real big at that time, and I was like, "Yo, that shit's hard." I was like,
"99."
I was just sitting there. I don't know, for some reason, analyzing the music like. Damn.
Y'all was doing that Cali Agents project probably around that time. The first one.
We had came out at that time. So Explosive came on and the shit sounded like it was in 3D to my ears, bro. And I was like, I never heard a rap song sound this fucking crispy and clear.
You know what it is?
Psychedelic, almost like. It was different.
That's the greatness in Dre. People don't understand that. People who don't understand music, they don't get that. Like,
whoa,
don't get it. Dre different.
Like, shit was talking, like the beat was talking. And then you got to think, I hadn't heard this song already 100 times already. But I hadn't heard it loud like this though.
This is on the Up and Smoke tour.
No. This is just one night. I used to live on top of this club called Club Lingerie. Anybody that live in Los Angeles know about Club Lingerie. I lived on top of that shit when I first moved to LA in 2000, right? So me and the homies always at the club. This shit was like every Wednesday. It would be from Wednesday, and I think Friday and Saturday we'd be in there. So it like you never know. I've caught Beanie Siegel and Mint Bleak performing in there on certain days. But this particular day, I heard this Dre song and I immediately knew this is why he is who he is.
No doubt.
I was like, yo, it's bigger than any of that what we think. I'm like, yo, he done mastered some shit in the track boards that other cats just don't know about, bro.
I always, for people who may not know music outside of hip hop and may not be familiar with this gentleman, but I always equate him with, he's the hip hop equivalent of Quincy Jones
or THX, just the sound.
Yeah. But those guys,
like that movie shit, like every time I think of CTHX, I think of Dr. Dre. Whenever like I'm at the movie theater and that shit comes on, I'm like, it gives me the feeling of when
that's Quincy Jones. That's what. Listen to Thriller. Listen to a lot of that old Brother Johnson type shit, and like that's the type of shit that Quincy was on, man.
My favorite producer is Madlib, though. For me,
yo, that's dope.
Even though I can't get no fucking beats from me, one of my favorite producers is Madlib, because that's that child shit I love. Like the way he is how he makes the music, and I like the fact that I
can't even argue with you because mine is Alchemist. He's my favorite producer.
Oh, what?
Of all time.
What? Okay.
He's my favorite hip hop producer of all time. But Madlib is in my top 5. I don't know where I would rank him.
Even look what I'm about to say though. Madlib is my favorite producer, but the best producer,
Dilla,
I would say, is DJ Khalil. And
Khalil? And I know DJ Khalil, but damn, you got him over Dilla?
DJ Khalil is the best producer in the world. Trust me when I tell you this.
DJ Khalil is dope.
He is Dr. Dre.
He's dope. Let's make that clear. He's dope.
Listen, I've been around every producer.
I know. I know. That's why, I don't have an argument. I don't have. I'm
gonna tell you why Khalil is so the dopest.
Tell me. I want to hear this. I want to hear this one.
So good, I don't even want to rap over them shits. I'm like, I don't even want to fuck off what you might. First of all, he's the reason why you don't hear about him a lot because he's so humble. Like he might be.
That's Dilla. That's how Dilla is. I don't even want to hear
rap. Bro. This is different. No, this is different. This dude probably got like 40 something fucking Grammys or some shit, like 27 Grammys or no, he got like 42 Grammys.
Yeah.
DJ
Khalil does a lot of independent shit, and he does the mainstream shit. Like he got
like 42 Grammys, bro.
Yeah.
And he still makes my type.
He got shit with Kendrick Lamar, J-Rock, and
everybody from Jay-Z to Nas, to Chris Brown to fucking Kanye to whoever you can think of. But he's so in the cut, chilling. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really tripping off the accolades and none of that shit. Yeah. But I know him personally, bro. He's like everybody in one person. He can DJ his ass off. He come from sampling the original, bro. He knows how to put musicians on the shit, bro. He the first producer I ever heard beats with niggas that I consider my peers that I fuck with. His beats was always like their music would just be. It felt like Dr. Dre was helping these niggas before he even, because he works with Dr. Dre, but before he even met Dr. Dre, it just felt like, who do you have helping y'all to make it? Why y'all every time I would play some shit, and I could be coming out of Power, I could be coming out of the biggest studios you talk about.
Yeah, you about to make me go to my library because I got a lot of DJ Khalil. I got a lot of DJ Khalil.
On the beat. Go play some scientific records, bro. Turn your shit up, and then go play all the other hip hop music that came out at that time. Because you got to think he's way higher than that. But just still, go listen. Go take the scientific records, right? Yeah. And go play every other hip hop album that came out around that time. And just listen to the frequency, and you're gonna be like, "Fuck, you right, yo. This shit is way. It's way."
Yeah,
yo, he's playing.
But Khalil don't do projects like. See, my knock against him, and I hate to say that because it ain't really a knock. Right. Khalil he hasn't never produced like an entire project. See, I grade. That's how I grade.
Only ones he's done is Self-Scientific. That's his group.
Yeah, that's it. That's what I'm saying. So it's like I grade.
Well, no, hold on. Hold on. He did
That's the only one.
He did a lot of Crown Down earlier shit. Who else?
Like the entire project?
Yeah, entire project. That's all Crown Down would rap over at one point in time. Strong Arm Steady, most of Strong Arm Steady shit was DJ Khalil. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that shit was DJ Khalil. If it wasn't Khalil, it would be like Jelly Roll or something, or Black Tobin. But for the most part, it was DJ Khalil. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I might say correct.
Listen, even the producers that we all name, they will tell you that shit.
Yeah.
Facts, man. Yo, I put money on it.
I'm not gonna argue against. I'm not gonna do the Skip Bayless Shannon Sharp type shit. Like, yo,
I'm gonna keep it
Planet Asia, Planet Asia.
I would put money on it.
I'm gonna see what's up.
If we could get all these dudes in one studio and just say, play a beat. Don't think about it. Just play something, nigga.
Yeah.
He's going to fuck your head up. Like,
that's crazy.
Like
DJ Khalil.
It's gonna be like, yo, I've seen him do it, bro. I've seen everybody. I've been in situations with him where like, yo, look, we've been in the studio all day, and he come out of nowhere or whatever, just chilling or whatever. Like, play me some shit, man. He played some shit, made everything. We've just forgot about everything we've heard before that.
Yo,
bro.
you got me amped, man. Yo, you got me amped. Yo, cause I'm a music nerd, man.
No, that's just how life is. Yo,
you got me amped, man.
When people say unicorn, I be like, I really know some unicorns. He's the best, bro. Like, he's the best because he can do it all. He can do it all at a high level. Like, he can play you some shit that you'll swear he sampled it or looped it, and he might have had somebody come through, play the shit, and he looped the shit up, and you thinking he took it from a record or some shit. Shit ain't even a sample, bro. Only other person I know how to do that shit is this dude right here, Izzy Nice. Because Golden Buddha, believe it or not, a lot of that shit is original. For the most part, Golden Buddha is all original music. It's not really no samples on that album.
Yo, speaking of Golden Buddha, I gotta stop you. The Mansa Musa project, who produced?
A lot of that shit got all that shit on Golden Buddha. All that shit is like natural instruments.
Yeah, I work with a funk band out of Chicago called SO Funk.
Oh,
so I send them stuff, and
but that shit sounded like samples, right?
Yeah, that's like how Dr. Dre he used to do that. Like the whole
look, not too many people can really do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
it sounds like samples.
So for me, when I'm telling
Izzy Nice. Hey, you a bad motherfucker, man. I just called you in just to tell you that, man.
I put him in the Khalil. And the only reason why I say Khalil because I grew up with Khalil like my older brother. He's really like my older brother, bro. Like, I ate 1,000 times at his crib. I knew him before he had children. Years before he had.
It's hard. I feel like I'm qualified to have these discussions with most people, but talking to you, brother, I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna have to, it's coming from you.
Madlib is like a choice. The reason why Madlib is my favorite because he makes beats how I feel like I would make beats. If I was to really like be on some beat making shit, I would be like that because I it's like him and his brother Ono, they like scientists with that shit. Like I'll make a fucking album off an iPad. And y'all won't even know that it's coming off this iPad. But
you did Freddie Gibbs that last project on the iPad.
Right. So it's like I like shit like that. But when I compartmentalize my shit, it's like that's what I like, but who's technically better?
See, and that's what I see where you're going at.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like
yes.
Okay.
Because
Khalil was like that nigga in the park that can do all the Michael Jordan shit. He dunk and he do, but he ain't he's not in the NBA. And listen, Khalil is he amazing. Let me before you go. I know what you about to say.
Go ahead.
Khalil to me, he got all the qualities. He can do it all. But when it comes to putting together like a complete body of work, I just feel that other producers have done that better.
He just hasn't shown you that.
And there we go.
Yeah,
that nigga in the park. That nigga in the Bucks,
Some people,
he's
bro,
doing all those moves, but he ain't showed you that in the NBA.
Well,
He
that's
hasn't.
that ain't really. Well, I'm just saying that ain't really up to him. That's up to an artist that fill that void. But I'm saying beats.
Okay.
I'm talking about beats.
Yeah.
Because he didn't even put out an instrumental album or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying.
But,
so like you gotta take into account.
Every beat, this dude, you gotta understand. A lot of dude, I've been around people that play that we love. That they'll have they'll give you some beats, and everyone won't be like every beat is the beat when he makes a beat, bro. It's not he has no fluff. There's no it's a reason why he's with Dr. Dre, and you realize that shit. Trust me, bro. You have beat makers, and then you have producers, and then you have beat maker producers. Dudes that beat make and produce and can do the shit, DJ, and at a high level. Put it like this. Khalil is one of them dudes, dog. I'm just saying, he's like a Quincy Jones production for me, bro. Like, damn. It's not, dog. He get like the neo soul shit, the fucking.
He can do that.
Lo-fi, at high levels though.
That's
okay,
crazy.
You know that Nas song, let's go. Boom.
Yeah.
That's a Khalil beat.
That's on his last project. That what's the
I think it was on a mixtape though. I thought it was a mixtape.
Nah, because I know Khalil did a couple of joints on that what's Nas' last project? The Lost Tapes. He's on a few joints on there.
He might have because Let
me look it up.
He real slick with how he be on everybody's albums, and I don't even be realizing. I'm like, oh, Khalil did that joint? Like he did sort of like a big deal with Kanye and
that's my shit.
Fucking Clips. He did I want to say he did Mama I Made It with Jay-Z. Yeah. What else he do? He did
that's crazy. Yo, I'm looking at his catalog right here. Damn.
What is that?
Yeah. Oh man, you got it. You got it.
You know what I'm saying?
You got it.
Look, it look crazy. It should look crazy.
Oh man, hey, we gonna be up here all night talking about this dude, man. Yo, this shit is nuts, man.
It's looking crazy, right?
DJ Khalil is that dude.
I told you, bro. Look, what is he looking like?
Yo,
right.
Just going back to '98, man. I'm like, from '98 to man, he got joints Joey Badass, ASAP Ferg. He did that. Hold up. He did the Lift Your Spirit album with Aloe Black.
Come on, bro. See? Look at the variations though. Them is high
that's
level.
What I'm saying. Like he got red,
Them is high level songs.
These are hits.
Come on. Super hits.
He got the matrimony with the Usher and the Wale Jones.
Come on.
All right. Okay. All right. I will concede to that notion. I will concede.
But that's kind of stealth though. Like you wouldn't. It's kind of like you gotta look it up, figure it out.
Because he got the balance though. He got the balance that a lot of producers don't like. A lot of niggas are dope.
Bro.
They ill on the unlike Al. Like I love Al, but Al don't have.
He ain't got none of those.
He ain't got those though. He don't have those.
Al, one of my favorite. After Malib, Al, one of my favorite too. And I believe it or not, Evidence is actually one of my favorites now in that realm.
Evidence
and I knew it was gonna be like that.
Is a monster.
The album we got, man, is crazy.
Evidence is a monster.
But Al definitely. I like ASR Al though. He know that though. That's Al though. He probably laughed. My favorite Alchemist is ASR 10 Alchemist. I just want him to, give me a few more of those because that's barbecue. That's when Alchemist was at the barbecue.
Yeah,
it was at the barbecue.
Hey man, y'all need to link, man. But the thing about you, man, you have touched hands and fucking mixed it up with all the dope producers, man, for real. Like the only motherfucker that you really is Madlib.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you somebody else, bro. I'm gonna tell you somebody else that's a cold motherfucker that people don't really know about. That boy Super Dave West, man.
Super Dave West, nice.
Dave West is a cold motherfucker too, bro, and he know how to sing too.
Yeah.
Denon Porter too. Denon Porter.
Denon, yeah.
Don't sleep on him. Denon got some shit.
Yeah.
Denon got some shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm into the producer thing.
Yeah.
I'm heavily into
I'm saying it. I like exactly. You know we have been talking about producers for like the past 30 minutes. Like I don't know about your other interviews, man, but this is a music platform. Like I told you, I hope you have a little time because we go in. Pause. We go in.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of them guys like I just want you on here because I know that you're a legend. Like, nah,
we talking that shit. You know, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't do this a lot, so fuck it. You know, but then you got dudes like Bink. You know what I'm saying? Battle Cat is
out of VA. Knots.
Yo,
Knots. Yeah. Come on, talk about it. Yo, go on his Instagram. His Instagram page is retarded. Crazy. His Instagram, yo, what he be doing, bruh? Knots is a monster. Bink is a monster. Out of VA.
Crazy.
That's
you know that's I got a whole album with DJ Scratch too.
Yo, shit.
I got a whole album with DJ Scratch.
You mean coming? Like I'm about to say. Shit.
Yeah, I'm only like a song away, a song or two away.
So we talking 2021?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hell yeah.
Hey, man, you want to, man, that's what I'm saying. That's why I asked you earlier. Like, how do you do this shit? Like, brother, you get like, to be honest, and I'm gonna keep it a bang. Brother, you one of them type of artists, man, like real live. Yo, you could give us a project like once every 1 or 2 years because your catalog, everything that you did after like motherfucking shit, Mansa Musa is a bonus. Right. Like everything after that, man. I mean, shit, everything that you gave us so much quality music, man. It's going to carry me over for the next 1 or 2 years. I'm good. Right. Like, if you release something, am I going to like, nah, I'm gonna love that shit, but I'm just saying, like, you one of them type of artists, man. Like, in the age where there's so much oversaturation, and so much releases of shit just thrown out there. Right. To see artists, man, like you and 38, that whole squad, to be honest, man, that whole trust camp, man. Yeah, these guys are consistent. You know what I'm saying? So Ransom was my MVP. He was my MVP last year.
Yeah.
He's my MVP.
I mean, there's so many artists, man, that's doing their thing right now, though. Like, I'm loving this space right now because we was being defined.
We're in the golden era. We are in the golden era. Let's just say it, man. Like, as far as the independent scene, man, it's a golden era.
Yeah. This shit was being deprived, you know, during the era.
Yeah. Oh God, that's the dark ages. I call it the
dark
ages.
Oh my gosh, that was the fucking dark age.
Man, I basically stopped listening to hip hop for a minute. I was like, man,
a lot of people stopped listening to hip hop.
Bro, I was like, I was living in Atlanta, so I was at the heart of that shit. I was, and no disrespect to the A or nothing like that, because I had a great time on it. Bruh, the whole white, none of that, bro. I can't do it. The white tee movement,
the long white
man, nah, the airbrush sneakers and nah. I'm like, man, that was dark ages, man. That's when you came out.
I ain't gonna front. I was having the hardest time when that era was strong.
Oh, SD Nack was saying this. I had to interview him, man. He said the same thing, man.
Yo, it was a rap.
Yo, if you wasn't on that, if you wasn't on that, yo they was not shit. That's what took Rock Marcy so long. Yeah. He had to go through all that shit. Yeah, like niggas think Rock Marcy just been putting out shit since Mossberg.
He been nice. Exception, you know what I'm saying?
Since Anarchy, he nice, but you had to.
Rock is definitely the motherfucking headliner of today's music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's the godfather.
It was hard for him when this was.
Oh,
yeah. I'm gonna be doing this shit all night now.
Hey, those were the dark ages, man. That was some crazy shit, man.
Yo, that shit. I didn't fit in nowhere when it came to music at that point. You had to
everybody thought I was hating on everything. I was like, yo, I'm not hating. This shit is just garbage. And look, you're gonna see 10 years from now, the niggas that listen to that music, none of them listen to that shit no more. That's how you know if your shit gonna stand the test of time or if your shit is of high quality. If niggas ain't listening to that shit 10 years from now and you was a diehard fan and you not even listening to it.
I already said that. I said, look.
Okay.
That's all I'm gonna say. I said, dudes will make a hit. I said, what do you want? I ask artists all the time. I'm like, you want to make a hit and be big for 1 year, or would you rather be on cruise control and be able to be involved in this music shit your whole life? Right? Because think about this. Depending on how young you are when you make your hit and how wise you might be with your money, you know what I'm saying? You can get into other things if you make that one hit, you know what I'm saying? And if you're a one-hit wonder, you do some smart shit with your money, you know what I mean? But if you are one of those one-hit dudes, you know, goofy style rappers or whatever, and I'm just putting it as simple as that, and you come out like that, right? And you thinking that it's going to be like that the whole time, that your shit going to be lit like that, right? And you forget that every 4 years, people go to college or, you know, they graduate high school. They get older. They mature a little bit more, right? Shit's over with now. And not only that, you're known as that guy that made that fucking song back in the day. Right?
Yeah. What do you call it? Your stereotype.
Ain't you the rap sing that one song? Right? Yeah. The underarm folk. That was you, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that wasn't me. Nah, everybody say I look like him. Nah, but you know what I'm saying? So, there's no cult fan base for goofy shit, bro.
None.
You know what I'm saying?
None.
Ain't no.
I'll be telling people all the time.
Like, imagine Superman in that hoe right now.
Yeah.
Who's trying to super? What DJ is playing Superman at hoe?
That's the quickest way. That's the quickest way to empty out a motherfucking club.
Superman.
That's the quickest way to empty out a club. You put that on. Niggas is like, and it's crazy. The crazy thing about it, the people that remember that song, that loved it, they're older. They don't even want to hear it no more.
And they back in the day, they'd be like, "Nigga, this
is the greatest shit ever."
Yeah. Like, y'all hear about niggas, get that old shit out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So
you know what I'm saying?
So talking about that, you know, as we wrap this interview up, man, like, you know, what do you want your legacy to be known as, man? Because, you know, listen to your catalog, brother, is immense, and is a very unique catalog, man. And I just, you know, talk about that, man. What do you want your legacy to be?
I want my legacy to be known that I did it my way.
Oh man,
nah, you know what I mean? That's it, man. I mean, I did it my way. I'm me. I'm really me. You know what I'm saying? I'm really me. You feel me?
No doubt. Hey,
I am, man.
Hold up. Yo, I've been rocking Nautica since like 9-3, by the way. So when you came out with that, I was like, because I'm like, hold up. So y'all niggas not gonna rock Nautica cause what? Like stop dick riding. Nautica makes fly shit. Stop dick riding. Man.
Yeah, right. You know what's crazy? That's what started my Nautica thing.
fly shit.
I had, you know what's maybe
this is new. This is new. This is new, by the way. Like
I know. Trust me, I know.
No, because I don't want niggas think like, oh, we had to go back and on eBay. Nah, nigga, this is like 2020.
I just bought a Nautica trench, man. You know what I'm saying?
Fire, probably fire.
Fire shit. But look, this is what happened. This is how I started rocking Nautica. I was in because I always missed the fucking All-Star Weekend in America because I would be on tour out the country. For some strange reason, I could never fucking catch All-Star Weekend. It was like I would always be booked or some shit. Cali agents be booked or something on the road in Europe or some shit when All-Star Weekend. This particular time, it was when All-Star Weekend was in LA. And I was here this particular time. And I was in the mall, and this is when I used to rock polo. I used to rock low. I still rock low. I went back to rocking low again too. And I got my own shit too. I'm not here to be promoting other niggas' brand, but what you know, this is what we do. Nigga, that's what we do though.
Love your shit.
That's what we do. So I'm in the mall, and I just see everybody with these fucking standard polo shirts on, walking in groups like they just came out of fucking Ross or something. I'm just like, yo, man, this polo shit looking kind of lame now, man. I'm like, I don't know if I'm a rock polo right now no more, man. I started rocking just other shit, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna rock Nautica. Nobody rock Nautica no more. I'm like, I'm gonna rock Nautica again. I just started rocking Nautica, and then my man Tri-State was like, he jumped on it with me, like, fuck it, I'm gonna rock Nautica too. It was just our thing, and it was just like, woo, boats. Then we just started saying boats, like, yo, where you at? You at the boat dock? Oh, yeah, I'm at the boat dock. Yeah, do boats. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man. And that's how that became a thing, because we just didn't want to. That's hip hop. You just don't want to be whatever that's gonna be. We're gonna go the opposite way. And you know what I'm saying? Y'all wearing low, we're gonna wear. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. You know, I
even got a project, the Nautica Niggas project.
Yeah. So you know, and I got respect for that shit, and I'm an honorary low life. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my brother Thurston Howe. You know what I'm saying? I'm an honorary the boat lord of the low life. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You gotta be able to switch it up. You gotta be able to switch it up.
That's a thing, man. So, but yeah, man, you know, that's how that go. That's how that shit go. That's what made me get on that wave right there, because I was just at an All-Star Weekend, and I was like, yo, this shit looking crazy, man. Everybody wearing the same fucking little polo, man, little plain color. And I'm like, y'all not even freaking in, like, y'all not even getting like a tech, you know, polo tech, or do something else. It's the real shit. Like, y'all got this Marshalls,
the chaps. With chaps. Used to call that shit can't have a polo.
Man, can't have a polo. Oh my gosh. Yo, you wild for that, man. Nah, but that's all. There ain't no but little hip hop shit that we be doing, man. Keep it spicy. You feel me?
Hey, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. Well, look, Age, man, it's been an honor, brother. It's been a pleasure, man. Like, before we get out of here, man, you got anything you want to plug, man? Any new projects? What you got coming?
I got the project coming with Evidence. I got Holy Water coming, produced by Dirty Diggs, Architect, mixed and mastered and engineered by Izzy Nice. I got 2 tracks on that. You did do 2 tracks, did you?
One's got no
shout out Izzy Nice.
Izzy got. I'll be forgetting. Izzy got 2 tracks on Holy Water. Holy Water's crazy. But we gonna do another. I'm doing a whole another project with Izzy though, just me and Izzy at some point too. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that shit. That's the real album. The fucking.
So where you at? You in Fresno right now?
I'm in San Francisco.
Okay, so yeah, my bad. You mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm in San Francisco right now at the moment. I drove out here yesterday to come rock with this guy. We about to shoot some videos and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Shit, that's what's up, man. Well, look, brother, I having you on here, man, has really given me that stamp, man, that I needed, man. I can retire after this. I'm done. Everybody, I retired. No, I'm just kidding. but nah, brother, man, I appreciate your contributions, man, to the culture. Again, man, I appreciate your contributions to music, period, man. You well accomplished. Let folks know, man, like this brother's Grammy nominated. This brother done it his way. And you're just a testament, man, as far as artists, man, that's being true to themselves, man. And we love that, man. Oh, I speak for the culture and saying, thank you, brother.
I appreciate that. Appreciate that.
No, that's real, man.
Word up, man.
Well,
yeah, brother. Thing, man. Keep doing your thing, because you'll be interviewing some cats that I'll be forgetting about, like, oh shit, I can't believe he found it. How you be finding these cats, man?
I'm a music nerd, man. I'm a nerd.
Is it like through the social media? No, I'm saying, like, how do you find those artists? Like, do they still be out there on social media? Like, what do you do?
Be on social media, do they managers, Googling, just link it, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple of little contacts and just networking, really, just networking. Like I networked just to get this interview with you.
That's
you know?
Great. I know you're gonna have a next day one coming soon.
Oh man, bro, you was reading my mind. you reading my mind.
I know your pedigree.
Yeah.
Like a Morris Day one coming.
Jelly Bean, I got Jelly Bean, so talk with him, and then boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? That's how. You know.
What was that? What if you could find what's the name? What was that one artist Prince had? What's his name? Was it Jesse?
Yeah, Jesse Johnson, the guitar player. Jesse Johnson. I sent a email to him a while back, so you know we'll see what happens. Man, already I'm gonna screenshot your email. Hold on. I sent an email. I sent an email and a DM to Jesse Johnson, man. I'm gonna show you right now.
I haven't checked out too much, but I've been going on your IG page, and I just like I realized I knew what it was about. I'm like, oh shit, he be on his shit. Like,
I'm trying to
get a load up when the people really get a load of what you're doing, this shit gonna be out of here.
Man, that's the only thing, man. Just the visibility, brother. Just you know, but I do it for the love, man. Like I'm not hurting, not to brag or nothing, but nigga papers is decent. You know what I'm saying? So I do this shit for the love, man. Yeah. But eventually, I want to monetize or whatever. But right now, man, I just talking to Planet Asia, man, talking to 38 Special, then be able to talk to, Father
Shout
MC.
Out to 38 Special, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he definitely opened my eyes to certain shit too. You know what I'm saying? Big up to 38 Special. He definitely put that business work out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and everybody say that about him, man. Him to Shay. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, brother, man. This has been an honor. This is a pleasure, man. This is Bridging the Generation podcast, the one and only Planet Asia. We signing out, man. Thank you, brother. And you have a good night, man. Peace, King. All right.